go, a chance over to the near side. We're going to have to replay the torn. Down low to the near side they go, battling for possession. Zaka in the offensive end, going to be over there to Middlestad, over to Zaka. Zaka, he shoots, he scores! That's a trick! Didn't have to go, face off, and the gloves drop immediately. We got a fight breaking out here. Kostelic giving some punches up against Sam Carrick. They're right at the center ice. Gonna be a big shot and a big win by Mark Kostelic as he gets ripped down by Carrick after the fight. That's gonna be an added penalty. That's gonna be a game misconduct, I think, for Carrick. And the Devils are gonna clear that zone over to the near side. Here comes, he's sure on a chance. A shot denied. Rebound shot. What a save by Carter Hart. Waiting for it is, I believe it's going to be, it's not going to be Marner in front of the net. Here comes a chance. A shot. He scores! This is going to be Paul Cotter on the first shootout, taking it in towards the net. Going to make a shot. Deflected by Carter Hart. Jesper Bratt moving in. He takes a shot. He scores! Jesper Bratt gets the first goal of the shootout. The Devils have a 1-0 advantage. Here we go. Mark Stone. No attempts this season on the shootout. Here's his first. Moving into the near side, over to the far. He shoots and it's gloved by Jake Allen. Mitch Marner, ready to go. Taking it in from the near side. Working around with speed to the far. He goes and scores! Oh no, did he double shoot it? Yeah, it's correct. Gloves immediately coming off. We got a fight right here at the beginning. Who is that? Zadorov and number 47, that's Struble. Going at it right at the opening whistle. And here we go, Zadorov laying a couple of fists. And it's going to be back against the boards on the near side. A couple fists going either direction. Still clinging onto each other over on the far side. Now they're all the way back into the Bruins offensive end. Still on their feet. Still laying punches. The helmet comes off of Struble. And still laying some punches to Zadorov. And now Struble trying to get back in this fight. But Zadorov is absolutely dominating it. And they break it up on the boards. Up to the top of the zone. Over to Mantha. Intercepted. And here comes a breakaway chance for the Flames. He shoots. He scores. Connor Zary getting the first goal of the game on a breakaway after an interception. And there's the goal horn. There it is. I was wondering when that was going to proc. But yeah, going to take the draw and going to be won by the Pens. That's going to be Kindle. Up to the near side to Shea. Shea working down low. Going to try and take it behind the net. Trying to create some room. Over to the far side, to the top of the zone, over to St. Ivan. He sends a shot, deflected. Oh, I thought that was in the net. It went over to the far side. Battling down low in front of chance. A shot, and he's gone!
He will not be denied twice. He will not be denied twice.
Billy Quinn, let's freaking go. That's how you do it, my boy. Passing back over to Novak. Novak taking it around over to the far side. Going to try and connect with Chinikov if he can. But here we go. Oh, boy! Here we go over to the near side. Carlson passing across. A chance. A shot! Pinto! Let's win! Let's freaking go, baby! Send the kid!
Took it on his...
Send the kid!
Took it on his shoulder and said, let me just clear this one.
That is how you do it. Send the kid clearing the Penguins bench. Let's let that horn sing, baby. That is how you do it. The Pens pulling a comeback win off and not blowing it. That is how you freaking do it. That is how the Pittsburgh Mother Loving Penguins do it. If they keep playing like this, while they covering Penguins hockey late into the summer. Let's go! The Pittsburgh Penguins getting a big overtime goal. Ready to roll. Face off in the Pens offensive end. Going to be taken back by the Red Wings. Sider along the far side boards. Up through the far side. Battling into the neutral zone. Taken back by the Pens to the near side. Here comes Crosby. Looking to pass it across. He's a chance. A shot. He's gone! Run! Russ! Front of the net, working with that puck, clearing it out at Kindle. A chance, a breakaway. He shoots. He scores! Igor Chinikov getting his first goal as a Penguin. Let's go, baby! 2-0 Penguins. Woo! Let's go! That is how you freaking do it. How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of JasonsRealm here today, bringing you live play-by-play coverage and reactions to the Ottawa Senators paying a visit to the New Jersey Devils. A game in the Eastern Conference that certainly is a game of our time. This game is not going to determine who makes or misses the playoffs, but this will determine how the playoffs shake out, potentially, because if Ottawa pulls out a win, and if Boston takes the L tonight, which right now they're tied in the second period, then all of a sudden Ottawa lunges themselves into that top wildcard spot and clinches it tonight. So ultimately a big game on all fronts for Ottawa, as I think they'd rather face the winner of the Atlantic than the Carolina Hurricanes, who are kind of just coasting into the playoffs. Let me just see here. Let me make sure I can type this out here. Going on if you wanted to join for the stream. Okay, let me go ahead here and hop up into my Game Day VC in case anyone decides they want to join. I like to have that option open for anyone in the Discord server that has the access to do so, because you never know when people will join up and have a very good insight. So, we're here, though. Big game again for Ottawa. They're going to try to clinch their spot as the top wildcard team in the Eastern Conference tonight. That would come with a win paired with a Boston loss. Also, big games across the Eastern Conference tonight. The Isles with a chance at getting eliminated. Same with the Blue Jackets can't get eliminated, but they can get dangerously close. They can fly within inches of the sun with a loss tonight. So ultimately, a lot of big NHL action going on around the rest of the league as well, not just in this game. The only game that I'd say is really kind of a nothing burger is later on when we got the Mammoth and the Flames, because Utah's practically locked into getting that stinking top wildcard spot in the Western Conference, and Calgary's been eliminated. The other game we got going on around 8 p.m. tonight is going to be the Vancouver Canucks at the Anaheim Ducks. A big game for Anaheim as they are a simple win and in the playoffs. As we are gearing up for these last few games in the NHL season, we are seeing all of these scenarios come crashing down in big ways. Yo, what's good, Cheryl? McElroy won it back-to-back. Yes, I did see the moment that happened over on my computer. Right? Oh, man. But yeah, we are rolling our way here, getting close to our start here. Starting in net, actually, is going to be making his NHL, I think, isn't his NHL debut? Or is it not? It's going to be Nico Dawes in net tonight for the Devils. And then for the Senators, it's going to be James Reimer. So ultimately a nice little goalie matchup here as the Devils going to be wearing their black jerseys, their black sweaters. I kind of like these. I actually kind of like these unis. The nice little hint of red with the black and white coloring. For the Sens, this game is a warm-up for the postseason that, unlike within the NBA, there is no NHL play-in tourney. Exactly. Clinching the playoff spot is huge. Now, I do think the Senators would rather play the team that wins the Atlantic, just because they would have been going through a gauntlet over these last few weeks. Carolina's been able to kind of lay off the brakes a little, or lay off the gas a little bit. I'm not saying they're hitting the brakes, but they're able to kind of lay off the gas. They're going to be a bit more ready for the playoffs than I would say whoever wins the Atlantic, because they're going through a massive gauntlet right now. So overall, I think the Senators would rather play the winner of that gauntlet because they're going to be more worn down. So this is a big game for the Senators, because tonight, with a win paired with a loss by the Bruins, who are currently tied with the Blue Jackets in the second period, mind you, the Senators would clinch that top wildcard spot. They probably have Allmark taking a day off today, as my thing just froze up. My video just froze up on me. That's frustrating and not very awesome. Let me go ahead here and see if I can pull up the game on my other thing. Oh my gosh, ESPN, you're killing me. You're busting my balls here. ESPN, you're busting me here. Let me go ahead and pull this up on my computer. I guess we have to call it from the computer, which is frustrating. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe. There we go. Now we got the game. We lost it for a second, but Roxanne and Pinto struggling. The Pens are like laying off the gas right now. They're trying new players, testing out some new combinations, getting some new players some experience, like Koppinen, among others. McGroarty's been up there. Koivunen's been up there these last 2 games. So they really haven't been putting the pedal to the metal. They've been trying to give some guys some rest. So I'm not too concerned. I want to see them go back to their playoff brand of hockey, though, on Tuesday against the Blues. But here we go. Out to the near side, the Senators moving it up to the offensive end. Here comes a chance with Nick Cousins over to the near side corner, down low to the far side. The Devils back on top of that puck. Out to the outside and up through center. Played out into the far corner and taken by the Senators off of the stick there. Let me go ahead and get my numbers here. That's going to be Spence. And here we go. Behind the net of Dawes to the near side. Out to the far, the Devils. Trying to work it out now, wing to wing to the near side. Into the offensive end with a chance from Haminaho. Oh, excuse me. But now to the top of the zone, driving in past centering, taken back by Ottawa. Up through center ice they go to the offensive end, driving down, but pounded for that puck, and the Devils getting it back. Now moving that puck to the near side, through center into the offensive end, far side corner, working with it, but can't quite control it off of the stick there of going to be Bukestad. And here come the Devils out of the outside. As of right now, it'll be Sens versus Sabres and Bruins versus Canes first round. Yes, because the Sabres, or not the Sabres, the Senators currently hold that wild card 1 spot. They can clinch it tonight with a win paired with a Bruins loss. So that's the big thing we're watching for in this one. But here we go. Puck to the top of the zone for the Devils. Driving it down to the far side circle. Back up to the point. Sending it back down low again from Dougie Hamilton behind the net near side. Battling for that puck. Taking it up the near side boards. That's going to be sent down by Hamilton again towards the net. Not going to make it. Goes off a body. And cleared out to the near side for an icing on Ottawa. Give me 1 second here. Okay. But yeah, there we go. Taking a look real quick before this face-off around the rest of the NHL. We got the Canadiens and Isles, 13:37 to go in the second, still tied at 0 apiece, and the Bruins and Blue Jackets tied at 1 with 12:46 to go in period number 2. So out to the outside, driving in Devils, chance, but the pass is broken up. Out to the near side, top of the zone, Jesper Bratt to the far side. Sending it towards the net, shot goes wide, redirected again out to the near side boards. Top of the zone, cleared out. The Devils chasing it down, back in behind Allmark, but they're going to rule it an icing on Ottawa. Yowzers. All right, let me go ahead and grab me a soda. Uh-oh, I'm down to my last can of soda. Oopsie poopsie. But here we go. Jack Hughes against Claude Giroux for the faceoff. Childress can play the same goalie in games that don't have a calendar day in between. And this Sunday, Eastern Daylight Time games come after Saturday, Eastern Daylight. Exactly. So it did feature an Allmark start. So I do get the idea of starting Dawes, starting Reimer, especially because while this game is important, it's not critical. Because as long as you mirror Boston for these last 2 games, you get that higher seed. And either way, facing the higher seed or getting the higher wild card or lower wild card, while you'd prefer having the higher wild card spot, because I think the Atlantic Division winner is going to be a slightly easier opponent, it's not going to be enough to risk injuring a goalie or overworking him into the playoffs. So I stand by that decision for the Senators. Out to the near side, centering up into the offensive end from Nemitz. Out to the far side, near side again. Battling for possession, that's going to be Mercer to the top of the zone, out to the far side. But going to be taken back by Nick Cousins. Sending it down low, back in behind the net, near side. Cycling it around along the boards, up to Dylan Cousins with a chance into the offensive end. Driving it in, shot goes off the post on the back of the net. To the far side, looking for some help. Top of the zone, shot. And gonna be loose in front of the net still. Out to the outside, taken by the Devils. I thought it was frozen for a second, but no. It was loose in front of the net. Timo Meier carrying that out for the Devils. Out to the far side. What's good, John? How you doing, bro? We did see McElroy get the win. I saw that before the stream went live. as that puck is cleared out to the near side corner. Down low, chasing it for Ottawa, going to be Lassie Thompson. Taken back by the Devils, centering in front of the net. Not going to go. Loose out to the far side, and it's going to be taken to the near side. A chance, Timo Meyer into the corner, down low, looking for some help. Trying to send it around towards the net. Shot, redirect. What a save! Not a save. Comes loose. He scores! Nico Heir! What a goal! That is a goal that's going to be on the highlight reel for years to come right there. Wow! I thought for sure that puck was frozen up under Dawes, or under Reimer, and it got pulled out and launched in the empty net by Heir. Wow! Wow! Just again, taken to the near side, Timo Meyer, redirected by Mercer. Puck comes loose from under the goalie, Reimer. Did he ever even have control of it? He barely did, but it came loose, and it came right to Heir to the opposite side of the net, leading to essentially what was an empty net goal. Wow! Let me go ahead and see. What's up with the, Is this thing not correcting? It's not looking for the right game. I need to reboot my automation program. That's fun. Give me a second here. We're going to go to, and we need to go Aut, NJ. That's what it was. So we got to replay that goal horn. Let's play the goal horn for the Devils real quick because I screwed up. We are way behind because I typed in NJD, not NJ. ESPN calls him NJ, not NJD. Let me go ahead and replay that goal horn for the Devils for you Devils fans out here. And here we go. Man, would you have Soderblom in lineup for a first playoff game? I would. The Pens were working well with it. Ottawa does ice the puck, by the way. But yeah, I would keep Soderblom in the lineup because he's been effective. He has been effective with the Penguins in that fourth line. So I would keep him in, no doubt in my mind. Don't mess with the team chemistry that was there, you know? So here we go. Far side circle faceoff to the right of Reimer. And waiting on the draw here. So here we go. Faceoff going to be battled for along the far side circle. Hughes up to the top of the zone to the near side to Nemitz. Driving down, looking for help. Back to the point. Shot by Bratt. Redirected. Kicked away by Reimer. And out to the outside. By the way, that was Heischer's 27th goal of the season. A breakaway chance for Ottawa. And going to be broken up by Dawes. And the Devils getting it back to the near side. Nemitz. They got Shell saying, oh no, go Sens. Well, we'll see. Near side, battling for possession. I love chaos, so I kind of want the Devils to get the win. Because, like, I just love chaos. I want this thing to be clinched on Tuesday, not tonight. For the playoff seeding, for the wildcard seeding. So, over to the near side, tied up for possession along the board. Sent down low into the corner, out to the outside. And that's the Devils with possession. From Dillon, back to Nemitz, back across to Dillon. Moving that puck along, back to Nemitz, and back again along the board's far side. The Senators wrestling it away. Nick Cousins, top of the zone, shot! Not gonna go, loose to the far corner. A nice chance there for the Senators, but not able to send it in. And that puck back over to the far corner along the board's top of the zone. Cycling it around near side with a chance, back to the point. Driving it in. That's Shane Pinto with a shot. Going to go off a body and comes loose to the near side. The Senators getting it back in the neutral zone. Let me see. Who's number 6 on Ottawa? I don't have them in my call sheet. I don't have them anywhere. So here we go to the far side. Moving it in, and the Devils intercepted. Back up into the offensive end. That's Dennis Gilbert. Okay. So that puck is going to be iced. Or is it going to go out of play? One of the two. One of the two. I was just trying to get the name there. Oh, man. Brady Tkachuk playing tonight? No Tkachuk. No Tkachuk. I need to write down a few other numbers here for the Senators. We got, oh my gosh, a lot of changes. Okay, McDermott's on my call sheet. That's fine. But I just need to write down number 83 forward. That is Stephen Halliday. And then we got number 6 is a defenseman. Everything else looks right. That's Dennis Gilbert. And then you got Cameron Crotty. who also is not on my call sheet. Let me go ahead and get a number on him real quick. Let me see here. Crody. Where are you, Crody? What is your number? Cameron Crody. Number 5. Yeah, I don't have 5. D. Cam Crody. Okay. Number 7, no, number 5. Cameron Crody is number 5 on the Senators. I have number 7, that's Brady Tkachuk. But we don't have Brady Tkachuk. No Tkachuk today. Let's see here. Ooh, what's up? Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't think I use AeroPay anymore. Okay. There we go. Just checking out a few things. By the way, I did send out a YouTube channel post earlier today. So, make sure. Yeah, no Tkachuk. But make sure you go ahead and join. And I'm going to send this message out again, probably about it at the end of the first intermission. I'm going to go ahead and send out a message for this link. We are doing the NHL Bracket Challenge through ESPN. I'm going to send that group link out during the second period. Where's Coney? Coney's on the floor. Dad put Coney on the floor because we were dealing with Coney earlier as well. So Coney's still here. He's just over there. But RFK, you missed the Penguin blow-up debut. I don't know what's up with Tkachuk, if I'm being honest. I am not aware. I knew he was questionable in a game-time decision. I guess they wrote him to say no. But we'll see. Moving that puck along the near side, boards down into the corner. Tied up for it down low. Battling for that possession. Gonna come loose to the near side, Zetterlund. And out to the far side it goes. Along the boards, top of the zone. That's gonna be taken there off of the stick of Thompson. Down low behind the net to the far side. Working off of Lars Eller. And back down towards Eller. Back out the far side again. Here come the Devils through center. Dumping it up into the offensive end with a chance to the near side corner. That's going to be off of the stick there of Cotter and taken back by the Senators. Wing to wing in the defensive end. Passing back in front of the goalie, moving it out now with a chance on the far side. My town had a parade for winning high school boys and girls basketball title. Nice. But it's still on YouTube. It's still on the video. Still on the live stream. You could go look back at the VOD later tonight. But a wing to wing pass over to the near side to Stützle. To the near side of the offensive end. Driving, looking for some help. And sending back down low into the corner behind the net. Tied up for that puck. Trying to jar it loose. Jonas Siegenthaler in there for the Devils, among other names. And Timo Meyer comes away with it over to Siegenthaler. Up the near side through center. Dumps it up to the offensive end. Chasing it down, Artrum Zub. Over to the near side to Spence. Oh, no, you have an excuse. I know. I'm not saying you didn't have an excuse. But here we go. Out to the far side. The Devils with possession. Taking it back to the near side through center to the offensive end. Dumping it in. Timo Meyer chasing it down. Puck goes loose to the far side. Dylan Cousins over there as Meyer takes it away. Centering pass intercepted by the Senators. Cleared out, but the Devils get it back. From center ice up to the near side to the offensive end with a chance. Down low, it's going to be Outram Zub for the Senators. Getting it back to the far side boards. Battling for that possession, and the Devils able to take it back after a few hits along the boards. Working it around. Now I have to see you $500 for hurting my feelings. Oh, man, a nice little shot. Nice chance there. But a very nice save by James Reimer. A nice save there. Okay. So, we'll see. Let us see. Man. But yeah, we'll see here. Oh, man. But yeah, we will see here. Man. But yeah, we are ready to rumble. Just taking a look on X, seeing if we got any other news. But if you guys are enjoying the coverage, though, do me a huge favor. Below the stream, drop a like, drop a sub. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So, you know, it'd be pretty sweet if we can manage to hit that by the end of the NFL draft next weekend. Or 2 weekends from now. High school good at anything? Honestly, I haven't kept up with my high school since I graduated. So, honestly, I couldn't tell you. So, we'll see here. What's this? I gotta see this. Yo, Crosby signing an Ovechkin jersey? Or is it Ovechkin signing a jersey to give to Crosby and Crosby signing a stick to give to Ovi? That's what it is. Both of them exchanged jerseys and sticks after the game. That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so we're taking another look at that nice save by Raymer. Okay. So here we go, over to the near side. Sens don't give, they don't have to win this game. It's absolutely nothing burger in terms of anything. Jordan, it actually is somewhat meaningful. I personally, if I'm the Senators, I would rather face the winner of the Atlantic instead of the winner of, or instead of Carolina, because Carolina's been able to lay off the gas a little bit. They're going to be a bit more rested than whoever comes out of that gauntlet in the Atlantic. So personally, if I'm the Senators, I want to play whoever wins the Atlantic, because I think they're going to be a lot more tired from having a larger gauntlet. If they win tonight, if the Senators win tonight and Boston loses, which is very possible. Right now, it's still 1-1 with 6:21 left in the second. So, you know, that's what I think it is I think that they want to be able to play that top team. So it is definitely a meaningful game because they can clinch that top wildcard spot and the battle against the Atlantic winner with a win and a Bruins loss. So there is a little bit of meaning there, but they're not playing like it. Man, I'd rather face the winner of the Atlantic, but I'd rather face the Pens or Flyers in the second round than the Bolts or Habs. That do be true. That do be true. But overall, I mean, whoever comes out of that, though, is going to be a gauntlet. So that's the thing, is I actually think that kind of works in the favor of Ottawa wanting the higher seed. Because whoever doesn't get the top seed is going to have a massive gauntlet that of potentially a 7-game grueling battle. So, I mean, I think that lends even more to that hand. You know what I mean? I think they would have a better chance against the winner of the Atlantic, and then they would be able to continue that better chance because whoever misses out, exactly, they're all killing each other. And the top 3 killing each other is going to wear everybody down as the Devils get another goal. Dawson Mercer flipping it over the pad. Yo, what's good, Tony? What's good, bro? But yeah, so I mean, I think Ottawa still wants that higher seed. So, yes, sir. I think I've seen you on this account before. There's the goal horn. But ultimately, Ottawa's desires might not even come into play this game because the way they are just absolutely getting embarrassed right now. What channel is this on? This is on ESPN Plus. The only game that's national broadcast right now is Bruins Blue Jackets on NHL Network. Everything else tonight is going to be on ESPN Plus. Or obviously your local broadcast network, your RSN. But yeah, man, when I started watching NHL and MLB, they were on ESPN and NBC. Now they're still on, but it's switching. NHL and ESPN, very strange watching MLB Sunday Night Baseball on NBC for the first time. Huh. And Crosby, so what the Penguins did, they're looking at a replay on this goal, so it might actually come off. We'll see. But the Penguins were able to use kind of a sleight of hand to have players injured. Because at this point in the season, you could have justification to say just about anyone is injured from the wear and tear of the season. So, yes, they use emergency call-ups. Oh, hold on. Review. They're looking at the announcement. No goal! It comes off the board. It was offside right there. Wow. Wow. Kovacevic offside. Apparently, Green would rather play a Metro Division in the Atlantic based on the fact that they sat Sanderson, Stützle, Kachuk, and Shabbat. It does seem like that. Man, I just got the alert of that posted out. Huh, what? John, you should definitely join that, bro. Definitely join that. But yeah, ultimately, what I am kind of seeing is that the Penguins essentially said, okay, Crosby's banged up from the year. We're going to use emergency recall, so we need medical documentation. So we're going to use this justification that he's banged up from the season to essentially say he's injured, have documentation, and make the argument. So it wasn't a minor, it was a minor, minor wear and tear from games. But that's enough to document an injury. And that's how the Pens skirted it. It was just basically the wear and tear from the games. As the Devils driving the near corner, working it around the boards, top of the zone, Lars Eller across ice and taken back by the Devils. But yeah, I mean, the way Ottawa's playing tonight, they are not playing to win. And I can see the justification, but Carolina is going to be a tough one. If you can get through Carolina as the Senators, then I think you definitely have an easier path to the finals. But at the same time, you have to get through Carolina, which is going to be a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. I mean, I could see Carolina sweeping Ottawa. Getting a 4-5 game series win, I could see it. Just given how Carolina plays. So, yeah, I don't disagree with you at all. Getting through Carolina is bad. Exactly. I mean, Carolina is a team that could very easily 4-game or 5-game Ottawa. So, I think in the Atlantic, Ottawa would at least, in a standard scenario, you're talking a 5 to 7 game bout with whoever they face in the Atlantic. That's how I say he's heard of doing that for the other players. That's what it looks like for most of the players that were in today, out yesterday. That's what really seems to have happened, because they wanted to rest the player, but you also can't rest a player for nothing. And if you want to use an emergency recall, which the Penguins did. So you need to have medical documentation. But again, guys have played, 50, 60, 70 games so far this season at least. You can justify an injury like, oh, look at all the bruising on Crosby's torso from all the hits he's taken along the boards. That's an injury. Maybe not that weak, but you know what I mean. You can use that as justification to submit an injury form and use an emergency recall. That's what the Penguins did, essentially. As a chance here, Cody Glass going to lose possession of that puck. And now out to the far side, working it around the near, along the boards. The Senators going to try and send it out. They will, battling for possession again at center. And do you have a feeling Carolina will be the team that will represent the East in the final? Or could it be like a team like Tampa, sneaky good? Honestly, there is a lot of teams that can make it, but I don't think Carolina's going to do it. I think part of the reason is I think Rod Brind'Amour overpushes his team at all points in the season. And by the end of the season, they've given 110% all year. There's only so much you can give in May. And I think that's something that's going to be a problem. If that happens, Carolina sweeping Ottawa, Brady Tkachuk is gone. So, oh, absolutely. But for the Penguins, players who didn't play, Mantha didn't play. Let me take a look here. There's a post on Pens PR. Let me go ahead and find the Penguins PR. Penguins PR. You got 2 minutes for high sticking. Where's it going to be 4 for high sticking? Is it going to be a double minor? In the bin is going to be Lenny Haminaho getting the penalty for high sticking. So the Senators is going to be on the power play. Let's see. Chuck's coming home to St. Louis. He's getting some look at. He's getting looked at on the sideline, Shane Pinto. So there could be a double minor. They gave him a double minor. So it's going to be a double minor. Man. But yeah. So yesterday, the players that didn't play: Crosby, Kindle, Malkin, Rust, Wotherspoon, Carlson, Tanger. Players that didn't play today: Kindle, Achari, Mantha, Shea, Clifton. So Kindle didn't play either day. Everybody else played at least one day, unless your name is Connor Dewar, then you played no days because you're week to week. As the Senators getting a quick shot, not gonna go. Kachuk's to Vegas, I can see that. I can see that, but I can also see the Kachucks wanting to play together to, for the rest of their careers, if they can. They've been around a hot minute. Haven't they? Or are they still younger, or they have been around for a while? Because that name sounds familiar for a while. 26. They got maybe about another 10 years, so they still got time. So they can play together for, you know, five years, something like that. I could see that. But here we go. Up through center to the near side, into the offensive end. That's going to be Dylan Cousins. From the point, dispense to the far side. Working it out along the boards, Batherson. Along the boards, down low again. And a shot. And the puck goes out of play. All right. But yeah, I mean, that's ultimately kind of where things sit. But this is going to be a really good playoffs. A really good playoffs. So here we go. Exactly, essentially half and half. I think it's a ton of toss-up about Tkachuk leaving. He's played with a ton of other American players on the Sens. They've been together for so long. Tkachuk has less ties in Florida, it seems. That do be true. That do be true. But they like USA better. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So here we go. Can you imagine two fighters together? Oh my gosh. A shot gonna go wide of the net, out to the far side. And there's about 53 seconds left of the first part of the double minor. 253 total. Top of the zone, out to the far side, down low. Working with possession, top of the zone again. Sending it out to the far side, driving in, pass. Shot in front, can't make the clean shot. Taking it out to the near side, and it's going to be around the far side again. Moving it out through center to the near side to the offensive end. 30 seconds left on the first part of the double minor. Wing to wing from the top of the zone from Thompson. Goes out into center. A breakaway chance. Driving the net. He shoots. He scores! That goal going to be scored by number 16 on the Devils. I'm at the wrong call sheet. That one going to be scored by Connor Brown. The short handy on the double minor. Oh man, a beautiful shot, slipping it right through the 5-hole of Reimer. Wow. What teams in the West do you think can give Colorado a 7-game series? Pretty much anyone in the Central. Vegas maybe, Edmonton, because they have playoff experience, except in goaltending. But if Edmonton can get the run support, then definitely. So there's a few teams out there. Anaheim, if they get their crap together. But here we go. Just 7 seconds on the first part of the double minor. Into the offensive end near side. Ottawa with the puck along the boards. Top of the zone to the far side. Just down to a single minor now. And a shot gonna go wide. A beautiful chance denied. Top of the zone, working with it to the near side. Driving it down, that's Dylan Cousins. Why did you play again? Top of the zone, back down low again into the corner. From Batherson to the near side. Top of the zone, flipped down around to the far side. Oh my gosh, another breakaway. Mercer shot denied. What is the Senators power play? Another chance, a shot goes high again. What is going on with the horns? Why does it keep playing? We've heard the Devil's horn like 5 times tonight, and they only have 2 goals. Oh man. Are you done? I think you're done. So here we go, up into the offensive end again. Jesper Bratt now. Down low into the area behind the net, played out towards the near side. Thompson cleared out to center. What is this power play unit? I think your computer's a New Jersey Devils fan. At this point, it might be. It played that horn, what, like 3 times after one after the other? A nice shot, gonna go high again. Man, this Devils penalty kill, man, or the Senators power play. That second half of the double minor, they spent more time in the defensive end than the offensive end. What's good, Sarah, bro? How you doing, bro? Way to go, Reimer. Great non-save. Oh, my gosh. Well, here we go. Near side shot denied. And it's going to go out of play. Islanders are cooked 3-0. What? Oh, my gosh. Montreal went on a rampage. Between Mark, Eric, and Jordan Stahl, which one would you think is the best player overall? Honestly, I'm gonna be honest here real quick. Let me take a look here real quick. Let me not like embarrass myself. I'll keep my Anderson, Chabot, Tkachuk, Stützle sitting. That's like the entire power play. That is true. But, like, spending, like, 2 minutes of a double minor in your own end? That's embarrassing. Oh, man. Let's see. Bada bing, bada boom. Mark Eric. Are you talking Mark Eric or Mark Recchi? Or Eric Mark? Trying to take a look here. No, not Eric Mark, because he's still a kid. Yeah, he's still a kid in college. You're talking Mark Recchi? That's an interesting question. But I gotta go with Stahl, because I'm not sure who you're referring to on Mark Eric. By the way, that double minor is effectively killed. Nice job by the Devils penalty kill. Man. But yeah, I mean, it's just a crazy way this game's turning out so far. Oh, the Stahl brothers? Oh, Mark, Eric, and Jordan? Okay. I still gotta say Jordan, just for longevity of career. He's been playing at a high level for as long as he has. Eric Stahl is the other one I'm familiar with. But let me see here. I'm not as familiar with the third Stahl. Let me see. Eric Stahl. Let's take a look at his career again. Let me see. How good would Blues or any team be without the Tectonic? Oh my gosh, that would be incredible. That would be incredible. I mean, Eric Stahl had a long career as well too, so there's nothing to doubt about that. But Jordan Stahl, the other one I'm familiar with as well, because, you know, he's the one I'm mostly familiar with, because Penguins, like, I played a lot of NHL Slapshot as the Penguins as a kid, and I always remember passing, it was like, always, to Jordan Stahl. I mean, overall, both of them pretty solid. You know, Eric finishing just under the 500 goal mark, with just over 1,000, or almost, you know, over 10,050 points. I think Sorokin's worn out. Playing almost all games. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I believe both Jordan and Eric have cups. Yeah, because Jordan he was with the Canes back, because didn't the Canes win the cup in like the early to mid 2000s? Canes cup. No, I don't want Raising Canes cups. Hurricanes. There we go. I look up Canes cups and it brings me up, yeah, 0506. And he played 0506 for Carolina. So yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, the new Mountain Dew cream soda Coke? What? I have no clue. I have never even heard of that. We got to face off out to the far side into the Sens offensive end. Working with it from the far side with a chance. And out into the corner they go. Down low, battling for possession. The Senators sending a shot. Not going to go. Out to the outside. Man, this Senators team is looking flatter than a pancake. They're not playing to win. And that's kind of bad when you you know. I would think you'd have the easier path overall by going through the Atlantic, not the Metro. But what do I know? So here we go, out to the far side, puck getting it cleared up to center. Never mind, the Sens keeping it in. Down low, behind the net, over to the near side, behind the net of Dawes. Notice how I called it a Coke and not a soda. Oh yeah, Mountain Dew cream soda. Yeah, I have not heard of that yet. I still haven't heard of it though. But here we go, a shot out to the far side. That was Waugh's biggest mistake, playing him too much. Oh, absolutely. Abso-frickin-lutely. When you play a goalie way too much, it shows. And when a goalie can't handle it, it really shows. And Sorokin was overplayed, and I don't know that he can handle it. So we're seeing all the effects of that come to a head right now. So here we go. And Kachuk's Wall, Kyler, some good players from St. Louis, also Trent Frederick. Sens had a really rough schedule in the last 10 games. That do be true as well. But like, they're also sitting key players when they might have been able to play otherwise. As we got a whistle for the offside.
Hey, Senators, you might want to stay on side, by the way.
Just a suggestion. Oh, man. But yeah, we are rolling our way through here. By the way,
this bullhorn was like the best investment I ever made for my senior project in high school. I only used it because I forced myself to use it and I didn't actually need it, but like, it makes a lot of fun. Now I can sound like an ATC controller or something like that, or a pilot.
Ottawa and the Metro will be easier for them, IMO. They put the Reckoning on the Canes, and it's going to be a bloodbath if the Pens play Philly, so a bunch of players will be banged up. That is true, but also think about it this way. Those top 3 teams in the Atlantic are all duking it out, night in, night out, in physical games, because they want to win that division and get the top seed, right? The other 2 teams are going to be stuck playing each other. And they're going to be playing playoff hockey against each other as really good teams. There's going to be a lot of banged up injuries there as well. So I think that, you know, the Canes are a vastly tougher opponent than whoever wins the Atlantic, in my opinion. So that's why I would say I think they have them a bit easier in the Atlantic, but they're choosing to go this way. So over everything's breaking the Caps' way today. Absolutely. Honestly, it feels like the Caps are going to sneak in and Ovi's going to get one last run. Just like Anze Kopitar. Because the Kings are going to sneak in. But over to the near side, Jonas Siegenthaler, 33 seconds ago here in period number 1. Dumped into the offensive end, chased down for the Senators by Thompson. Out to the near side, that's going to be from Spence over to Cousins. And moving it up. It's on TSN Channel 5 with NHL Center Ice, Channel 134 on Bell 5 TV. Showing the same game, no doubt an ugly first period for the Sens, with 2 goals allowed on just 7 shots. Yeah, it is rough. Tree made some good points about the Atlantic being a rodeo. Exactly. I mean, all these teams have been playing physical games. Even after they clinched, each game has still been a playoff game for like the last month for Montreal, Tampa, and Buffalo. So whoever wins that is going to get the first spot, but they're going to be banged up. And the other 2 teams are going to be battling it out to the death in the first round. So after playing 2 to 3 months of playoff grade hockey, you're going to wear down. You know what I mean? And that's kind of where my thought process is on that, is that those teams are going to break down just as they're getting ready to play the second round of the playoffs. So if the wild card team, whoever it is, whether it be Boston or Ottawa, whoever gets that top wild card spot, if they get past the first round, I think they have an easy pass to the Eastern Conference Finals. Now that night, I plan to switch on watching the Sunday Eastern Daylight Brooklyn Nets Raptors game. The Raptors with a 79-11 lead, approaching the 8-minute mark of the third quarter. Each quarter, 12 minutes play. Yes, sir. All good, David. All good. But yeah, we do cover all these kind of games as often as we can for the NHL. We'll cover a little bit of baseball over the summer as well. So if that does interest you, make sure you go below the stream, drop a like, drop a sub. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Let's see if we can make a push to 940 tonight. Let's see if we can make that push here. Put us only 60 subscribers out of that mark as we're trying to hit it by the end of the NFL draft in 2 weeks. Now remember, Kachuk, Sanderson, Shabazz, Sissel, and Olmark aren't in the lineup. That is true. They're starting James Reamer instead of Linus Olmark tonight. So that is a pretty different change at goalie, if I do say so myself. So we'll see here. But yeah, I don't want to see Tom Wilson against the Pens in the playoffs. You know he'll do something dirty. Oh, absolutely. I mean, it very well. I mean, granted, this is going to be me being selfish for a minute, right? This is going to be me being selfish for a minute. I would not mind it if the Penguins would end up drawing the Capitals. For one reason. I have never seen Alexander Ovechkin play in person. And we got tickets that are going to be 3 rows back of the end where the Pens shoot only in the second period. So Ovi would be shooting at our net in the first and third period. So not going to lie. If I'm being selfish, I want the Capitals over the Flyers because I can go to a Pens Flyers game anytime. And thank you, the dude. You're freaking amazing, man. You're awesome. But yeah, I mean, if I'm being selfish, I might not be able to watch Ovi ever again after this year in person. I could watch the Flyers in person anytime. I could watch a Pens Flyers game next year if I want to. Right? It won't be a playoff game, but it'll still be a Pens Flyers game. So if I'm being selfish, part of me does kind of want the Capitals because, like, you know, getting tickets to see Ovi in the playoffs that close against the Penguins for your first NHL playoff game being Ovechkin and Crosby, I mean, that's just a special treat. Well, I wouldn't mind that either. As long as it's not Columbus. I just don't want Columbus. I've seen them a few times, and just there's not really a strong rivalry there. So, you know, me being selfish, I want the Capitals or the Flyers. Preferably the Capitals, but Flyers, I think the Pens can get through either way. Standing in front of the power play. Bro, like, that would be amazing, though. Like, I've never seen Ovi in person, and, like, that would be kind of cool. Although he did wave off the Penguins for a final handshake because he hasn't decided on his future yet. So, he said thanks to them to waiting out there, but he hasn't decided. So, although it'll be pretty cool to see Ovechkin in person. Like, I've never seen him play in person. So, oh man. That's awesome. That would be an amazing memory, and we'd be there for it. We'll be vlogging it and live streaming at least a period of the action from that game. So, how funny would it be to see Pens Sens in the Eastern Conference? That would mean the entire NHL world is burning to the ground. And at that point, I think the Pens have a good shot at making the finals, baby. Let's go! That third line with Tom Wilson and those two brothers are monsters. Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying Pens Capitals will be easy by any means, but it would be a pretty cool series to see. And considering the Pens' expectations were like null and void at the beginning of the season, getting into the playoffs is a plus. Granted, we want more, but like, I don't know. But at the same time, like, getting to see Ovechkin versus Crosby in your first playoff game you ever go to, right behind the net where Ovi is shooting at you in what could be his last season, would just be a special thing. Where's Graham's dad's upstairs, bro? He's upstairs. Oh man. But like, that would be freaking amazing to see. So, let me see here. Let me see. We're rolling here at the first intermission. Let's take a look around the rest of the NHL real quick. The Bruins! Uh-oh! The Bruins gonna put the pressure on the Senators. I can't believe it's already 5 in the afternoon. The government speeds up time on Sundays. Oh, man. Bro, the nice thing is that, you know, given the employment situation I've been in, I have a little bit of time right now to work through this. Not scoring a goal isn't a good look, and in period 1, they didn't score a goal. Johnson not in Canada with TSN 5 and RDS 1 are only TV channels I can find carrying that game with the regional restrictions applicable. Oh man, yeah. Kind of taking a look here though, as we're rolling. But that's the nice thing is that I'm actually working on that Penguins video. I'm hoping to finish up research for that Penguins video tonight, so I can script it tomorrow and then be able to release it definitely by the Pens' first playoff game. Like, my goal is to release that Penguins video on the day about an hour before the Pens play their first playoff game, maybe 2. That's kind of my goal that I would love to be able to have happen. So it's going to be either Saturday or Sunday. It's going to release while I'm at the game, actually. When I'm in PPG Paints Arena, it'll release. So, I am working on that video breaking down on how one man saved the Penguins franchise. I teased that the other day. But let me go ahead and see here. Do you know, or no, I'm going to just say here. In the meantime, I plan to return to watching Brooklyn Nets Raptors game. All right, Dave, it's all good, bro. It's all good. You go ahead and send out this link here in the chat, though, real quick. Join our free NHL bracket pool. Winner gets shout out. And let me go ahead and copy the link to the league. And copy link. And bada bing, bada boom. Oh, shoot, that's too long. Let me just see. I'm going to just say join our free bracket pool because I don't have room to say winner gets a shout out. And we're going to go ahead and replace the pinned message with that. There we go. You're going to game 1? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm going to be at that game. We're going to be, John, remember the seats we got for Pens Blues? We're going to be in that same exact row. We got an amazing deal directly from the Penguins for those tickets. People sitting further down the road from us on the resale market are going to have to pay like an extra $150 for the same tickets that we got. Because we were able to get them direct from the Penguins right as soon as the season ticket pre-sale ended. You were mean to Hofer? Bro, we were heckling him. Why wouldn't you heckle the goalie when you're right behind him? That's like your job, bro. That's your job as the home crowd. And the first guy started it when he said, "You look like you tip 8%. He started it.
I plead not guilty by association. Some other guy started it.
We got them direct from the Penguins. So they weren't the cheap tickets, right? It still cost a pretty penny, but they weren't, the people further down the row are going to pay an extra 150%. Like, we got those tickets for under $300 a piece. For that close in a hockey game in the playoffs is insane. So ultimately, that's kind of where we're at. And we're looking forward to that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's going to be me and Dad. We're going to be going to the game together. But, like, honestly, we got them right at the end of the pre-sale. The Pens tickets released to the public, and we're like, bingo. Got them. So it ended up working out well for us. Oh, the classic, he started it. I understand. It's playing on the road.
It's called, if you aren't the person to start it, you're not guilty. So, like, if someone were to commit murder and I would just commit murder after in response, then I wouldn't be found guilty in a court of law because he started it.
Oh, man.
No, this is not legal advice. Do not commit murder. Anything said in this stream is not to be considered legal advice.
Oh, man. Let's take a look here. Around the rest of the league, everything else. The Bruins starting in the third period up 2-1 over the Blue Jackets. And the Canadians up over the Isles 3-0, man. The Isles are on the fast track to get eliminated from playoff contention tonight. That is big. That is absolutely big. Man, too late. I already took the advice. It's your fault for taking legal advice from a YouTube live stream talking about sports. Oh my gosh.
RFK, I think you can head down to your local police precinct and report it as an accident, and you'll be found innocent. Hashtag not legal advice.
Oh my gosh. Let's take a look here. As we're rolling through here again, a couple of the games tonight, Canucks at the Ducks and the Mammoth at the Flames. A couple of games that are relatively substantial. Utah with a chance to get further to clinching a wild card 1 spot, not just a wild card spot, and the Ducks trying to clinch a playoff berth with a win. Okay. But yeah, we are ready to roll. Oh, the Penguins did get a win today.
By the way, your Pittsburgh Penguins did get a win today. Their ECHL affiliate, Wheeling Nailers, just clinched the North Division.
Oh, man. That is awesome. That is actually awesome. And told me to contact Pittsburgh PD to find them. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, man, the foamates. That's crazy. Yeah, I just kind of taking a look here. Stanley Cup Playoffs begin April 18th or April 19th. I think that's just for like TNT or whatever. Okay. But we will see here. My prediction was half right on the Caps Pens game. It was just 3-0, not 17-0. Is they'll get a lighter sentence returning. Oh my gosh. We're rolling here. We're rolling through a pretty chill night here of hockey. Not a lot of other action going on, as it's just a pretty focused night of hockey. Pretty chill slate tonight. Go ahead and take a look. Do we have any other news on X? Fired Wah. Islanders hired Peter. Meanwhile, Wah got them working all year well together. Yeah, but also he was collapsing with the team later down the stretch. So, you know, that's the thing. Is that because the Isles needed to make some change in order to have a chance, I totally support the move. So, I get what they did, and it makes sense. Oh, man. Bro, professional lacrosse. I've never seen professional lacrosse. I know Buffalo has it, because I saw the banners, but, like, I had never actually watched professional lacrosse. Do they just use the hockey boards? They just use the hockey stuff. That's actually kind of crazy. They just put a false floor over the ice, and they use everything from hockey. Huh. They did fire with like 4 games left, yes, but at the same time, I get what they were doing. So, okay. Let us see here. It's indoors lacrosse, like indoor soccer. Yes, sir. They use the boards. Ridiculous, unfortunately. Caps, Flyers, and Blue Jackets all tie. Who gets in? If they tie, I think it's the Caps because they have the tiebreaker. Let me double check that fact, but I'm 99% sure it's the Caps because they have the tiebreaker. The first tiebreaker is regulation wins, and entering today, the Blue Jackets had 28 regulation wins, the Flyers had 26, and the Caps had 35. But the Caps win today, they're at 36. The most the Blue Jackets get, even with a win today, is 30, and the Flyers can only get to 28. So, yeah, I did not realize they used like the hockey stuff, like the actual hockey boards and all that stuff. Like, they just literally just laid a false floor over the ice and called it good. Man. Let's see here. You know, John, if the Angels were, I just saw something on X. If the Angels were not a franchise, then the Cardinals would be the team to have gone, or to have had the longest stretch, I guess. It's weird. So the Angels didn't exist until the 60s, right? But in terms of teams to have had 100 lost seasons, you would have been the longest stretch without one, but the Angels don't have one ever. For this live stream, we plan to watch this week's Canucks-Ducks game on Sportsnet Pacific broadcast, which unfortunately just got underway minutes ago. That's good, David. If you did enjoy, though, drop a like, drop a sub, because we do go live for a lot of hockey. We'll be going live for some baseball, all that fun jazz. So, you know, make sure you drop a like and drop a sub, because we'll be doing this all through the NHL playoffs, bro. Let's see, Blue Jackets 2, Bruins 2, early third. The Blue Jackets tying it up. That's big. Cheering against the Angels now. The Angels are the only team in MLB to never get 100 losses. The Cardinals' last 100 loss season was 1908. Uh-oh, we're gonna hear the Devils' goal horn. I think I just saw the scoreboard glitch, didn't I? Or is that just my mind hallucinating? No, that's period 2 updating. Okay, never mind. I thought I saw the Devils score update, but no, it was actually just period 2. Do you think the Senators can come back and win? Well, Daryl, it's possible. But the way that they seem to be coached and the way that the roster is seemed to be constructed for tonight, it seems like they don't care. It seems to me tonight like Ottawa does not care if they have to go through the Metro or through the Atlantic. So, I don't know if they want to necessarily win this game. I don't think they're going to be saying, oh crap, we won the game. But I don't think they really particularly care either way. Which is a load of confidence of this team. Saying that they can get through either division and they don't have a preference, that is crazy. To the point where you're just gonna give your guys rest. Even the guys that may not need it, That's crazy. That is crazy bullish, and that could come back to bite the Senators in the playoffs. So here we go. Ready to rumble here. Around 1908, or whatever year you said. Yes, but the only reason that I would say that the Cardinals have not been the best, so to speak, in terms of not having 100-loss seasons, is because the Angels have never had it. That's what the Pens did yesterday and today. Today they didn't bring everybody back. They brought back a majority, but they didn't bring back everybody. So that's kind of what we saw. That's what we saw yesterday. It's what we saw today. And that's the same strategy that the Senators are employing right now. And for the Senators, it could come back to bite them. For the Penguins, I get it. You're locked in. No matter what, you're locked in. Win or lose, you're going to be the number 2 in the Metro. You got home ice advantage. But at the same time, for the Senators, they're not locked in. But here we go. Behind the net, over to the near side is going to be Siegenthaler. Moving it out for the Devils. Through center to the offensive end. A few passes. Centering now down to the far corner. Dropping it around. Going to be kicked away by Reimer. The near side. Moving it up now is going to be the near side boards off of Cousins. And around the near side they go. Down low. Off of Timo Meier now. Your opinion, do the Devils win? I think they do because I don't think Ottawa cares. I think Ottawa genuinely is apathetic about this game. They're like, okay, we lost, or okay, we win. They don't care. They're like, you know, when you ask someone, hey bro, what do you want to eat? I don't know, you choose. They don't care. Yeah, I get the Pens, but not the Sens. Yeah, I mean, the Senators still have stuff to play for, you know. But they're saying that they don't care what division they go through. The way this was playing out. Charles 100-loss drought longer than the Cubs. 1908 to 2016, 108-year-long drought. That do be true. That do be true. As is a chance here, working forward to the far side, now to the near. It's going to be the Devils flipping it out of the defensive end. And moving it through center with a chance now. Into the offensive end, near side corner, chased down. And battling it out to the far side along the boards. Working with it now is going to be off of the stick of Gilbert to the near side for the Senators. Or World Series drought, yes. Pirates are going to have one of those long World Series droughts potentially. And into the far corner, down low, back to the near side. It's going to be the Senators keeping it in the zone along the near side, driving the net from Matinpalo, but losing it to the Devils. Up through center to the offensive end. No icing, going to be played out to the far side. Along the boards, that's going to be Fogle for the Senators. Up through center on a couple passes. Into the offensive end, backing around behind the net of Dawes. And over to the near side, it's going to be the Devils clearing the zone, but not before Lassie Thompson gets on top of it. Passing it out to the near side, off of the stick there of Crody, and dumped up into the offensive end. Played out to the far side along the boards, down low is going to be the Senators trying to get it back from down low, from the stick of Halliday. But the Senators now top of the zone, near side driving the net shot. And saved by Nico Dawes. All right. Let's see here. Let us see here. Okay, just checking out a few things. As we're rolling a nice save effort there by Dawes. Still no other score updates from around the league. But here we go. Moving around now through center. Here come the Senators, dumping it up to the offensive end from Ridley Grieg. Behind the net of Dawes to the far side, it's the Devils. Out of their own end, working with it wing to wing to the near side of the offensive end, and played by the goalie Reimer. The far side along the boards now out to the near. Flipping it up through center, wing to the far side to the offensive end. Shot by Cousins, not gonna go. Tied up into that corner, far side back to the near. And it's the Devils out of their own end with a chance now. Up through center they go to the far side to the offensive end, getting tripped. And that's going to be a penalty on the Devils. Going to the sin bin is going to be number 10, Jordan Spence. Going to get 2 for tripping. putting the Devils on the power play. Yeah, last 2 games where the Flyers are back-to-back, and they're against tough opponents. So the Flyers could legitimately drop out, because if the Flyers only get 1 point, that's not secure. I could see Washington beating Columbus. They need 2 points to secure. The Flyers need 2 points in order to make the playoffs. 1 point, I don't think it's going to do it. I think Washington gets the win on Tuesday. So, I could be wrong, but we'll see. It'll roll now. Face-off going to be won over to the near side by the Senators. Cleared out of the zone. So let's see. Out to the far side now. It's the Devils from their own end. And now going to move it up through center into the offensive end they go. Far side driving down along the boards up to the point and cleared in the neutral zone for Nemitz. All right. But yeah, Ovi waved off the Penguins today for a handshake, which is an interesting decision. Out to the far side, driving the net, shot and saved by Reimer. All right. Nice little shot and save there for the Senators. Go ahead and take a look here. By the way, we do have an NHL bracket pool. ESPN. So make sure you guys get in on that. It's in the pinned message in the chat. Let me see what John sent. Let me see, John. Last 100 loss season? Yes, the Angels never. So here we go. Out to the far side along the boards. And played out to the near side. Okay. So flipping it now from their own end. Here come the Jersey Devils. Moving it up into the offensive end. From Hughes to the point. That's Nemitz to the near side. Heir, not going to be home, but gets it back. Down low, looking for some help. Centering pass. Goes past Nemitz and clears themselves out of the zone. That puck's going to go all the way back by the goalie and taken back here by Nemitz, leaving it for his teammate. That's going to be Hughes up through center. Into the offensive end, looking for some help and takes a hit for that. Over to the near side corner. Working with it is Heir. Along the boards down low. Centering pass up to the point. Nemitz. Wing to the far side. Generating a chance. But the Senators clearing the zone again. This Ottawa penalty kill looks a lot better than the power play. Just saying. Man. But here we go. Ready to flip it up now into the offensive end from Hamilton over to the near side to Haminaho. Into the offensive end down low, passing across to the far side boards and around the boards down low again. 3, 2, 1. Power play expires. The Senators get it to the near side, moving it up through center ice. Into the offensive end with a chance. From the stick of Amadio, down low to the far side along the boards. Sending it down into the corner. Far side up to the point now, near side shot gets kicked wide. A nice chance there for the Senators by Crosby. But over to the far side, taking it now, wing to the near side for Thompson. From the point, sending it down low to the near side. Back up to the point again and taken out the other way. Here come the New Jersey Devils. Into the offensive end, they'll dump it and give chase. If you guys are enjoying the stream, though, do me a huge favor. Below this stream, drop a like, drop a sub. It's all greatly appreciated. We are trying to hit 940 tonight on the road to 1K. And let's see if we can hit 10 likes, too. So up through center, the Devils trying to flip it up to the offensive end with a chance. Tied up along the boards, though. And it's going to be right in front of the Devils bench, and it comes loose to the near side. Angels started playing 1961. Cardinals last 100 lost over 100 years ago. That do be true. But in terms of percentages, the Angels have had 0% of their seasons be at 100 losses or better. The Cardinals have had 1 out of, let's call it, 120 years. So it's a very small percentage. Like 0.6% or something like that. But that's better, that's bigger than 0. So, on percentages, I said it was time, but I guess after thinking about it, the best way to phrase it was percentages. So, definitely longer playing. But if it weren't for the Angels, they would definitely... Okay, well, we'll call it then 150. We'll just round up 150. Close enough. That puts you at 0.5%. Right? Is it? No. 0.1%. That'll be like 0.85. Or something like that. Whatever. Close enough. Back of the napkin math. That 0.85 is, it's more than 0. The Isles did get a goal. Still no score updates from Bruins Blue Jackets. That could go to overtime. I did say time, so at first, right, but by percent it is the Angels. That is true. Okay. Man, let's just see. Just taking a look here as we have some time. I just find it crazy that Ovechkin got the first star of the game, yet he only got 1 assist. It was purely because it's maybe his last game. Watch all this fanfare, and Ovi's going to come back next year. Just wait. All this fanfare, and he's not going to come back. And we got to do it all again next year, where he's also going to be playing coy about it. And then he'll come back again. He'll be like William Afton in the FNAF series. I always come back. Oh, boy. He'll be the William Afton in the NHL. Bruins got the lead again. That must have just hit. Yes, it did. Oh, boy. The Bruins taking the lead there. That'll be big for the Metropolitan playoff picture. Because right now, the Capitals do need Columbus to drop at least 1 point. So an overtime loss does give the advantage over to Washington. An overtime loss. Doesn't have to be regulation loss. There has to be a loss of any kind. So here we go. I think he'll try to play. He got 1,000 career goals, but not 1,000 regular season goals. So I think that's going to be the play. But we'll see. But now it's going to be the Devils from their own end, wing to the near side, flipping it up into the neutral zone. And excuse me. And through center, they get a shot, and the puck goes out of play. Okay. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look on X, see if we got any news. Okay. So we'll see. Let us see. And here we go. Far side circle draw. Ready to roll. Face off won by the Senators from their own end out to the near side. With that puck is Artrum Zub. There's a Pikachu in the crowd. And out to the far side they go. Pinto. Now with that puck from Amadio. And gonna get punched into the offensive end where the Devils take it back. Out to the near side now, going to be off the stick of Dylan. Into the offensive end, taken by the Senators. Now through center and into their offensive end, driving it around far side. With a chance, or it's going to be Cousins losing control of it. Amadio trying to chase it down, but comes loose to the near side. Along the boards, down low. Working it around near side, the Senators. Amadio, top of the zone, to Zub. Sends a shot, and he scores! Artrum Zub puts the Senators on the board. And now we got a game. Okay. There's the goal horn. So we'll see here. Let us see. Man, a nice goal there. Actually tipped in. So it might be actually Amadio on the goal. But it was Zub's shot. And here we go. So, waiting on the draw here. And now out to the far side corner, taken down by the Devils, trying to move it out of the zone. with a chance. And going to be taken there by the Sens near side. From Grieg, top of the zone, down low again. 12 minutes to go here in period number 2. Along the boards, top of the zone. Jesper Bratt trying to clear it out. And they do. Going to be taken there off of Connor to the offensive end near side. Bratt driving down, shot denied. Hughes with a shot, not going to go. Out to the far side, top of the zone, working it around. And over to the near side they go. Gotten up, gonna go to the near side along the boards, and the Senators taking it back. Up through center, taken now. It's gonna be by the way, Amadio did get credit on the goal. Taken back by the Devils. Up to the near side, through center to the offensive end, trying to find some help. Into the corner, far side, along the boards, top of the zone. And it's going to be the Devils. And never mind, the Senators taking it back. Up through center they go, out to the far side, Dylan Cousins driving the net, and he's going to get a penalty called against the Devils, drawing the penalty. Man. So here we go. Let's go ahead and put the power play up for the Ottawa Senators. Although last time Mohamed Aho was in the box, the Senators gave up a shorthanded goal. So I don't know if this bodes well or not. Okay. So we'll see. We will see. Oh, man. So we got a chance in front for the Devils. Surprisingly, no goal out of that. Wow. Oh, my word. That's kind of crazy. Oh, man. I just saw something on X. Here we go. Senators over 2 on 3 shots last time they had the double minor. And over to the near side, top of the zone, Spence. Over to the far side. Trying to cycle it around, over to the near side, down low, chasing it down. Yeah, Siegenthaler clears the zone. But Eagles, man, if the Eagles are going to go all city one color, they should go with the Philadelphia Flyers, black, orange, and white. Man, that would look incredible. So here we go to the far side, driving it down low, and it's going to be the Senators trying to punch it around and a wrap around near side. Along the board, setting it down low again, hitting back on the near side to Giroux. Out to the top of the zone, far side, chasing it down, but it goes back into the offensive end. Down low, the Devils on top of it. Working it out now to the far side, along the boards, top of the zone, Batherson. Sends it down behind the net to the far side with a chance. What is P2? That is period number 2. So down here it says P2, period number 2. 9:35 to go as of the last ESPN update. Over to the near side, we got 9:42 to go. And from the top of the zone, over to the near side, driving it, Giroux, pass shot, he scores! The Devils now have seen that 2-goal lead vanish as Shane Pinto gets the power play goal to tie this thing up at 2. All right. What a way to do it. So we'll see here. A beautiful shot from Pinto off the side, off the post. Oh, man. A picture of Ovi and the 3 Pittsburgh legends, Malcolm Crosby and Tanger. Ovi looks like their old uncle. Oh, absolutely. The New York Devils. Oh, man. So here we go. Working it around here. Over to the near side, it's going to be the Senators working that puck. Out the near side, top of the zone, sent back in by the Devils. Down low to the near corner, working it around now, going to be off of the stick of Crody. To the near side, Eller, wing to the far side. Up through center for Thompson. To the offensive end, going to be played by Dawes. Over to the far side, taken by the Devils. Absolutely, Tom. Absolutely. You know, I had this as a channel member vote, and channel members chose this game over the other two at 6 p.m. So you guys can thank them as well. You guys know that since Tom calls the Giants and Jets, the Jersey Jets and Giants. Oh my gosh, yes. Although calling them the Jersey Jets and Giants makes sense because they play out of New Jersey. But, like, the Devils play in Newark, New Jersey, so there's, like, no getting around it. It's New Jersey. But here we go. Far side chance. Shot deflected. And going to be taken up in center ice area by the Devils. Over the near side, dumping it into the offensive end they go. Behind the net to the far side. Battling along the boards near side. Taking out now Hughes. Wing to wing up through center. Jesper Bratt. Into the offensive end he goes near side. Driving it down to Hughes. Around the near corner. And into the boards it goes, out to the far side. Oh my gosh, I just threw Jesus off the table. That's not right. There you go, buddy. And here we go. Back into the offensive end, battling for that possession, and it's going to be an icing. Or a puck out of play, one of the two, because they're pointing to the far side circle. But real quick, let's get our old buddy back in here. We haven't talked to him in a hot minute. He just worked yesterday. Does Ovi know that, Ovi does he know that men are color their hair? I don't know, man. Bro, you just worked yesterday. You just stinking worked yesterday. Dogbot just worked yesterday, and now he's not working today. Of course, we don't use him yesterday, but he works, and then I want to use him today, and he doesn't. Out to the far side, the Senators over to the near side. Speaking of Newark, I love how people get Newark and New York mixed up. Like, have you people try and correct me when I say Newark? Like, you mean New York? Oh, man. But out to the far side, the Devils moving it out of their own end and taken back by Spence and the Senators out of the Senators' defensive end. Oh, wait a minute. Dugbot sprung to life. He just sprung to life. Let's see if he can speak. Yo, wait a minute. What's good, my Dugbot homie? Okay, I need to disconnect Dad's mic. Now we can do this. Yo, what's good, Dugbot, my homie? We are covering the Ottawa Senators taking on the New Jersey Devils. New Jersey's already been eliminated, and Ottawa's already clinched the playoff spot, but Ottawa needs to determine how they will play through the playoffs. Will they get the higher wildcard seed and play through the Atlantic, or the lower wildcard seed and play through the Metro? This game is big, especially because right now we're tied at 2 apiece with a whopping 7:02 left in period number 2. Give us your thoughts on this game. Who wins and what's the score? We'll see what he says. Then we'll have him give us some nicknames for these teams as well. We can see what he has to say, which could literally be anything. Talk about have food comparisons ready. We'll ask for some. We'll ask for some next. By the way, if you guys are enjoying the stream, hold on.
What a tremendous hockey match we're witnessing between the Ottawa Senators and the New Jersey Devils. Tied at 2 with 7:02 left in the second period. It's crunch time, folks. Let me tell you, Ottawa has been in top form, clinching a playoff spot, and that's truly fantastic. The Senators are playing with determination, my dear friend, looking to secure that higher wildcard position. Now the Devils, they've got nothing to lose, playing for pride after being eliminated. But it's Ottawa's game to lose. So I predict they dig deep and take it 4-3 in regulation. They've got MAGA magic on their side. A fabulous game like this deserves a fabulous bratwurst to accompany it. Remember, Ottawa's all set to shine in the playoffs, while creepy Tim Waltz and his radical left friends can only dream of such greatness.
Oh
go,
my
Senators,
gosh.
go!
Bro!
Oh, man. Let me just see. I'm gonna blow his mind real quick. Hey, let me blow your mind real quick. The New Jersey Devils have a guy whose name is Jesper Bratt. Are you gonna call him Jesper Bratwurst from now? Let's see. Has he got a face-off out to the far side? I want to see what he's gonna say.
Jason, you've got quite the sense of humor there. Jesper Bratt and Bratwurst. It sounds like a match made in heaven, just like MAGA greatness. Jesper Bratwurst. That's an idea I can get behind. You know, a good bratwurst is like a nice second intermission snack during an action-packed NHL game. Just wonderful. The Devils could use more of that delicious prowess to spice things up this season, but they should stay away from my beautiful Jets. Jesper, keep rocking on the ice like a sizzling brat on the grill.
Would you dare say Jesper Bratwurst is your new favorite player? If not, who is your favorite player? Also, we never got food-based nicknames for the Senators and the Devils. We're giving them a lot here. We're giving him a lot. We'll see what he says. Winnipeg or New Jersey? Or New York Jets? New York Jets.
Jason,
That's the program.
as much as Jesper Bratwurst Brat has a ring to it, my heart will always belong to greatness, much like Sidney Crosby on the Pittsburgh Penguins. He's the king on the ice, believe me.
Of course he's going to the Sens.
And you know, the Penguins are just like a fine dining experience with their championship wins. Truly savory. As for the Ottawa Senators and New Jersey Devils, let's see. How about the Senators sushi roll? Since they've been slicing through opponents, and the Devils, maybe the New Jersey beef? Not as classy as the Penguins win, but memorable nonetheless. Just imagine them dishing out some fiery plays, like a good rare steak. But hey, let's
New
keep the
Jersey
bratwurst love going, shall
beef.
we? Nothing like a sizzling bratwurst
my
to elevate a game
gosh.
day.
Over to the near side, gonna get moved up by the Senators into the offensive end. Senators' goal is 23rd of the season, scored by number 12, Shane. Oh, hold on, real quick. I have the perfect thing for this. And oh my gosh, the Senators getting another goal here. That one gonna be by number 21, Nick Cousins. But real quick, Todd, for your message.
Senators' goal is 23rd of the season, scored by number 12, Shane Pinto. Assisted by number 28, Claude Giroux, and by number 19, Drake Batherson. Time of goal, 10:23.
Oh my gosh, we love Dougbot. Bro, if you guys love Dougbot, man, do us a huge favor. Drop a like and drop a sub. We're only one sub away from 940. Can we maybe make a push past 940 to 945 tonight? That would be pretty sick, man. We're trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the NFL draft on the 25th. So just about 2 weeks away. It'll be pretty sweet if we can make that happen. But here we go, out to the far side, battling for that possession up through center. The Senators having a storming third period here, sending it behind the net of Nico Dawes. Over to the far side, along the boards, top of the zone. Down low. This looks like a team who wants to go. This looks like a team who wants to play the Atlantic and not the Metro. First period was a team that didn't care. But here we go, up to the near side through center, dumped into the offensive end, out to the far side. That one off the stick of Villain. And now to the far side, played off of Gilbert. Moving it up along the boards, tied up for that puck, just under 5 to go here in period number 2. Out to the far side, sending it across to the near, going to be taken here by Martin Paulo. Up through center, a pass back into the defensive end. Along the boards now, and it's going to be launched towards the offensive end. Wing to wing, centering pass, not gonna go. And along the boards near side, wing to the far, that's Atram Zoo with a shot. Not gonna go. Over to the far side now, moving it along the boards and cleared out. And it's going to be a, it's gonna be a
Ottawa icing. Or New Jersey icing, my bad, not Ottawa.
I think plug Braden as his favorite non-Penguins player. Honestly, that would make sense because he does love bratwurst. Odds to win the Eastern Conference. Bro, the Senators have better odds than the Penguins. Jesper Bratwurst. Oh, man, we love that name. We love that name, bro. So here we go. Out to the far side, along the boards. Down low, behind the net, near side. Working with it is the Jersey Devils. Flipped up in through center, but the Senators going to get it back. Into the offensive end, Fogle with a shot, loose in front, rebound, chance, kicked wide to the near side. Oh, man. Along the board, sending around near side again, shot and cleared for now, but still tied up along the boards down low. Now around to the far side, get it out of there, Devils. And the Senators top of the zone, near side sending it real quick.
Senators goal, his 17th of the season, scored by number 21, Fabian Zetterlund. Unassisted. Time of the goal, 14-14. That does not make sense. Zetterlund's number 20, was it? I thought it was 21. Was it actually? I thought it was Nick Cousins. Actually, Zetterlund? Was that right? Huh. I had the name wrong. My bad. But here we go. Yeah, it is Fabian Zetterlund. Huh. I misread the goal. I misread the number. Over to the near side. Going to be off of the stick here of, who is that? Brendan Dillon. Into the offensive end. Near side corner. Down low. The Senators getting back. Cousins. Up through center. They send it. Taken back by Jonas Siegenthaler. Into his own zone. Near side with that puck. Flipping it up through center to the offensive end to the far side. That's Mercer sending it down low to the near side to Hughes. And trying to recenter it far side. Shot! Not gonna go. Puck comes loose to the near side through center. All right. Now up on into the offensive end. Battling for possession out to the near side corner. And gonna move it around wing to wing along the boards. Taking that's Timo Meier. Centering pass. Up to the top of the zone. Oh, he definitely knows the Winnipeg Jets. His knowledge cutoff is like 2025. So he definitely knows of the Jets. But we programmed the New York Jets as his favorite team because football. But here we go. Up through center. It's going to be Hughes into the offensive end looking for some help. Sending it back near side. Here come these Senators. To the near side. Passing it from down low. Zetterlund driving it. Losing control of that puck. And taken by the Devils. Yeah, the Islanders are listing. It's bad. It's bad. But back over to the near side. Along the boards, the puck goes. Top of the zone, sent back down low. Moving it around. Oh, yeah. Well, meant lost, but the Islanders are listing. Their boat is listing anyway. It's... And a shot for the Devils. Not going to go. Apparently, they had a chat during the intermission and agreed that... agree with you. The Atlantic was a better route. Probably watched your stream. Let me see here. Let me test them. Hey, Senators, if you're seeing this, you guys are a bunch of big fat losers. You guys aren't going anywhere in the playoffs. I'm only half joking. I actually kind of want you guys to take out the Atlantic winners so the Pens can make the Stanley Cup.
And the Senators, or the Devils, my bad, are going to ice the puck. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Let me write that down here. Excellent, Jason. Great goal call. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. Let me go ahead and grab this. And where's my pencil? It's hey, over there. Hey, let me see here. 137.00. Sens fat losers. 4 pens. There we go. How many pens already? Hey, we want the cup. We want the cup. We want the cup. Oh, man. Believe. Uh-oh. Dad's joining us. Hold on. Get the mic. I got to plug you in, too, because we were talking with Dougbot. So, hold on. I think Dougbot likes the New Jersey Devils because of Jesper Bratwurst. What have you got, Dad?
Like the song says, another one bites the dust.
Yes, sir. The Isles.
The Isles.
Bye-bye.
And it looks like Columbus is on its
last leg.
breath.
This loss is going to give essentially the advantage to Washington. And honestly, I did some thinking, Dad. I don't know what you think, but I wouldn't mind the Devils, or not the Devils, the Devils. I wouldn't mind Washington for purely selfish reasons. You know why?
Why?
I have never seen Ovechkin play in person, right? By the way, we hit the end of the second. I have never seen Ovi play in person. This could be his last game, or his last year. My first playoff game I ever go to in the NHL, being also my first ever Sidney Crosby versus Alex Ovechkin game. That would be a special memory. And Ovi would be shooting at us in the first and third.
I don't want that.
I'm just saying, I'm making the most out of it. It will be a special memory. You know what I mean? Either way, my first playoff game is going to be a special memory, but making it all the more seeing Ovi play in what could be his last season.
Yeah, but I think the Capitals could beat the Penguins.
They're on a hot run right now. They're going to wear out. Plus, the Penguins were playing their full team, right?
We'll see. But
Washington can only get in if the Flyers lose. That right? That is true. The Flyers need to drop 1 point. Anyway, drop 1 point.
Well, if they win tomorrow, then
they still play 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Flyers they can only get 1 point, I think.
Yeah, so if they win tomorrow, they're it.
If they get a win, then it's Pens Flyers. But they got Carolina and Montreal. So, but in the season series, when the Pens played their starters, they won 5-3 back in November. And I think they're playing a bit better than they were in November as of late.
We'll see what happens. I don't know.
You're not joining us for a while? Where are you off to then? Just came down to tell us that?
Don't need it.
Well, can you put Coney on the table then, please?
What?
Can you put Coney on the table, please? Blue Jackets are protesting at the end of the game. One of the refs to do something. More time on click. Oh,
What?
man. The Blue Jackets apparently were protesting after the game. Which makes sense. I did not mean to hide a message. I guess someone was moving around, accidentally pressed a button. No, you're good. You're good, John. I can view the deleted message right here. There we go. I don't know. Can I unhide it? I don't know if I can unhide it, but I can show it right here. Man, actually, I felt bad for them Blue Jackets. And even the wrong number for Zetterlund's 20, not 21, my bad. No, it was Zetterlund. They did give the goal to Zetterlund, unless they changed it afterwards. Unless I got it right in the stat, and the stat keepers got it wrong, which that would be kind of crazy, because I could have sworn it was actually Cousins, but I was surprised when they said it was Zetterlund. Let me take a look. I was surprised, unless I got it wrong, or unless I got it right and the stat keepers got it wrong, but no, it is Fabian Zetterlund. So, but yeah, around the rest of the league, the Canucks up 2-1 on the Ducks on a win-and-in game. Yowzers. Wow, 5:16 left in the first period, by the way, on that one. All right, but if you guys are enjoying the stream, man, do me a huge favor. Below this stream, drop a like, drop a sub. We're only 1 sub away from 940. Can we make a push to 945 tonight? Can we make that push? I want to see if we can do it. We want to try and hit the goal of 1,000 by the end of the NFL draft on the 25th. So, you know, every little bit does help. Do we really may need a trade, or we really may trade TJ? I mean, if it is, it is. As long as it's a good return. Not that I want TJ to be gone, but like, if it is, it is. Just as long as they get the right compensation. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We will see here. Let's see what Dougbot thinks here. Okay. Pull up Dougbot here real quick. Let me unplug Dad's mic again. And we'll talk to Dougbot. Yo, Dougbot, my homie, the Senators going on a tear, getting a 3-2 lead after 2 periods. Does that change your final score prediction at all? By the way, I want to take a look at some of the playoff matchups with you. Are you down to take a look at the presumptive playoff matchups? And we'll see what Dougbot has to say on the NHL playoffs as well. So we'll see what he has to say. Come on, Dougbot, don't be shy. He has an answer.
Jason, my insightful friend, seeing the Senators take charge with a 3-2 lead after 2 periods is phenomenal, like a good MAGA plan coming to life. I might just have to adjust my score prediction a smidge. Let's say Ottawa finishes it off 5-3. These Senators sushi rolls are on a roll. It's magnificent to watch them secure their position. Now, as for those juicy presumptive playoff matchups, I'm more than happy to dive in with you. In the East, the Boston Bruins look like they'll try to make some noise, hopefully fall flat like Sleepy Joe in a debate. The Penguins, my Penguins, aim for a deep run. They're ready to bring home some bacon. Toronto Maple Leafs, well, we'll see if they can kick their no-cup curse. And the Tampa Bay Lightning, always dangerous. Let's dig into these matchups, Jason. Like a hungry man devouring a bratwurst. Wouldn't trade this anticipation for anything else. So let's keep the good times rolling.
Dogbot! Toronto's been long eliminated! Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. I mean, Heir could be going all in, but I want Jalen Carter. They've been showing a debate. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna hit him with a classic line. I'm gonna hit him with a classic line right now. I'm going to the standings real quick. I've got one word for you, Mr. Doug Trumpbot. Wrong. Those are not the current playoff matchups. Based on current standings in the Eastern Conference, we have the Montreal Canadiens at Tampa Bay Lightning. The Lightning at the Canadiens. The Philadelphia Flyers at the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Boston Bruins at the Buffalo Sabres. And the Ottawa Senators at the Carolina Hurricanes. What are your thoughts? Who comes out of the East out of these matchups? Let's see what he says about that. This could go any number of ways. Oh, I know they aren't going to give him up, but that's what I want. Non-negotiable.
Jason, my friend, these playoff matchups are truly tremendous. Nothing like the radical left's poor planning. Looking at the Eastern Conference, let me tell you, the Pittsburgh Penguins, my favorite team and perhaps the greatest team, are set against the Philadelphia Flyers.
Favoritism.
They'll conquer like the real champions they are, just like a wonderful bratwurst conquers my hunger. Now, the Canadiens hosting the Lightning should be a spectacle. The Canadiens might surprise, just like MAGA did in 2016. The Boston Bruins facing the Buffalo Sabres. We'll see how that goes, but watch for those Buffalo guys. They can surprise folks like Kamala's Cackle. And the Senators against the Hurricanes will be a tight series, but Ottawa's got the momentum. Ultimately, I see the Penguins keeping their tempers steady to come out of the East. Crosby and his crew will show why they're the Penguins, not one of those loser franchises like the Cleveland Browns or Chicago Bears. MAGA, my friend, MAGA on the ice.
Dogbot, we are reporting you for favoritism.
Dogbot, we are turning you in for favoritism in the first degree. Please be calm, keep your hands behind your back, and let's make this arrest easy.
Hold on, we're gonna tell him this. We're gonna tell him this real quick. We're gonna tell him it in this tone.
Mr. Dogbot, please put your hands behind your back. You are under arrest for favoritism in the first degree. Please remain calm. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand these rights?
Let's see what he
Jason,
says.
my dear friend, you're pulling my leg here. Favoritism? If loving the Penguins is a crime, I'm guilty as charged with a side of bratwurst. Remember, MAGA loves a good joke, and I know you're having some fun with me. The Penguins, they just play the game the right way, not like those radical leftist teams or those awful Browns. But as always, folks, we're all about having a good time. Just remember, it's all about the love of the game, like the love for a great grill out with bratwurst aplenty. Keep the humor rolling, and long live the Penguins.
Oh my gosh. That was awesome. That was awesome. The line. If loving the Penguins is a crime, I'm guilty as charged with a side of bratwurst. Oh my gosh. That is incredible. That is incredible. I gotta send this chunk to myself so that I can use it for subtitles in a short. Tonight is a short making machine. Today is a short making machine. Oh my gosh. Dogbot, pens, favoritism. short transcript. Oh my gosh. I'm going to write down that timestamp too. We're at what, 149? 149.00. Favoritism. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're gonna make that a YouTube short. We're gonna make that into a YouTube short. Don't you worry. Now that I have a little bit of time around myself to be able to get that stuff done, these are gonna make shorts. I have 3 shorts plus a verse of the day. I got content for the next like 3 days. Honestly, the Penguin suit's probably gonna come out first. Oh man, I'm gonna really be busy tonight. I'm gonna have like 3 shorts staggered throughout the next few days. Because I want to get the favoritism short out there. That could hold out for another couple days. The Sens short needs to come out tomorrow, though. One of my favorite sports related movie endings is when the Chant Rudy starts as he finally gets the chance to get out onto the field and make the final play, sacking the quarterback to end the game and carried off. That is a nice one. That is a nice one here. The Penguins inflatable, John, it did. It did. We unboxed it during the Penguin stream, and I've got a short to make out of that because it was awesome. It was amazing. And honestly, I might need to use that outside tomorrow so I can make a thumbnail. I might make that an actual video. I might honestly make that an actual full-length video. So that might be coming out tomorrow. Because I think there's a lot more that can be done than just a short. I have not seen the movie Slapshot. Before we get too far derailed, I want to take a look and see what Dougbot thinks of the Western Conference. I'll wait for that. I'll be surprised. Oh, man. It's awesome. All right, Mr. Dougbot. I don't know how you're getting a side of bratwurst in prison, but let's go through the Western Conference. In the West, you got the Dallas Stars hosting the Minnesota Wild, the Edmonton Oilers hosting the Anaheim Ducks, the Colorado Avalanche hosting the LA Kings, and the Vegas Golden Knights hosting the Utah Mammoth. What are your thoughts? Who makes it out of the West? Dougbot, remember, go Blues. There is no Blues. We'll see what he has to say about this. Oh, my word. Slapshot, wow, that's an oldie and hilarious movie. I might have to watch it.
Jason, those Western Conference matchups look thrilling, truly exciting stuff. Now, the Dallas Stars and Minnesota Wild, 2 teams that play hard, outsmarting creepy Tim Walz's dreadful leadership. My heart's with Dallas.
Wait,
They've
what?
got grit, and like a fine bratwurst, it takes time to perfect their game. Then we've got the Edmonton Oilers hosting the Anaheim Ducks. McDavid and the Oilers seem ready to skate past, frankly, like cutting like a hot knife through butter. They're talent-filled. And Colorado Avalanche against the LA Kings. A battle of giants, my friend. The Avalanche, they're poised to avalanche their way through with speed and precision no radical leftist team could ever match. Vegas Golden Knights and the Utah Mammoth, an intriguing matchup for sure. The Mammoth, they're newcomers with potential, but my money's on the Golden Knights, the mighty juggernauts. Predicting who'll make it out of the West, I'll go with the Colorado Avalanche. Pure talent and excellence, just the way MAGA sees it. Out with those Ohio-based failures.
What?
And in with the winners.
Wait, what? Hold on. What? I heard Ohio-based failures. What? Hold on. Out with those Ohio... What does he mean by that? What in the Kentucky fried hell do you mean by Ohio-based failures? I am confused about this. Blue Jackets, maybe?
Jason, my friend, when I say Ohio-based failures, I'm talking about the lamentable Cleveland Browns who have given fans nothing but heartache for decades. You know, like a burnt bratwurst that doesn't quite live up to its potential. Ohio, they've got some good folks, no doubt, but those Browns, they just can't seem to get it together. unlike the winners like the Pittsburgh Steelers or even the Green Bay Packers, who know a thing or two about being a champion team. Cleveland could learn a thing or two from them.
Savage.
Let's hope one day they sizzle like a great bratwurst, cooked to perfection. Until then, it's all about those Penguins and their true winning spirit.
I don't know, this is like sick Trump. But wow! Not just the mistake on the lake, but Ohio-based failures. Oh my gosh, he just ended the Browns' career. Oh my gosh. Now for your Stanley Cup final matchup, you predicted the Pittsburgh Penguins and Colorado Avalanche. Who takes it? How many games? Let's see. Wow, those Ohio Oh yeah, in Pittsburgh, we'll call it the mistake on the lake. Cleveland, the mistake on the lake. That's what we call them.
Jason, my friend, it doesn't get any more exciting than a Pittsburgh Penguins versus Colorado Avalanche Stanley Cup final. Truly a matchup for the ages. You've got the Penguins full of championship pedigree, like a fine steak cooked to perfection. Crosby and the gang know how to elevate their game when it matters. Meanwhile, the Avalanche brings in pure speed and talent as fierce as a storm. But when it comes down to it, my Penguins, they have the heart and resilience like those wonderful Patriots or Packers to come out on top. I predict the Penguins win in an exhilarating 7-game series, a true MAGA victory, and a sensational celebration like winning a backyard cookout with all the bratwurst you can imagine. MAGA on ice, folks.
Attention, Dougbot. We have since increased your charge of 1 count of first-degree favoritism to now 2 counts of first-degree favoritism. You are facing 50 years to life in a maximum security prison. What is your defense? And please, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
We'll see what he says about that, because that's clear favoritism again. As we're getting ready for the third period.
Jason, my friend, let's have a chuckle at this one. Accused of favoritism for loving the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Green Bay Packers, I must say, these charges sound tremendously trumped up. You're having fun with me, pretending like I'm on trial with Sleepy Joe, Kamala, and their radical policies. Rest assured, folks, this is all in good laughs, just like enjoying a bratwurst at a game. In my defense, it takes true passion to appreciate real winners like the Penguins. They're like that perfect bratwurst you can't resist, bringing joy to fans worldwide, unlike those cursed Browns that keep letting people down. My love for the Penguins is with great cause and stays true to my values. Remember, laughter is the best defense even when serious accusations arise. MAGA forever, my friend.
He went Irish. Okay, bro, you think Sens got this? I mean, at this point, the way they played that second period, like they wanted to win. So, that was definitely a big period of confidence here for Sens fans. But here we go, out to the far side. And so, I mean, I think they can get this pretty solidly. So ready to roll now, out and shot. Quick chance there for Whitley Grieg, but not able to convert. Oh, man. Moving it up now into the offensive end near side. Working with it for the Devils going to be Dawson Mercer into the near corner. The puck goes loose. British Trump, sick Trump, now Irish Trump. Yes. Oh, man. But if you guys are enjoying the coverage, man, much love. We did hit 940. Can we make a push to 945? That would set us up wonderfully to hit our 1,000 subscriber goal before the end of the NFL draft. That would be pretty freaking awesome if we can make that happen. That would be amazing. But here we go, to the near side, Hughes, passing to the far side, driving the net, loose into the corner is Jesper Bratwurst. Top of the zone, cycling it around, working it around for the point, shot by Hamilton, not gonna go. Puck goes loose to the far side, and taken by Cousins. Moving it up now through center with a chance. Into the offensive end, working it around the far side boards. And into the corner, the Sens. That's going to be over to Amadio from Cousins. Along the boards, back over to Cousins, back to the point. Top of the zone, far side, shot. Not going to go. Yes, sir. Coney's back. And over to the near side, sending it down low. Bro, we got like 3 characters already on these streams. We got Dad, we got Coney, we got Dougbot, and then we got the main character. Here we go, back over to the near side, top of the zone. That's going to be Cousins, sending it down, but the Devils getting it back. Up through center they go with a chance. The Senators taking it back now to the near side, driving the zone. Lars Eller into the corner near side, along the boards, sending it down out to the far side. Going to be taken there by Fogle. And into the corner, battling for that puck. The Devils taking it back. No, he's not the main character. For me, honestly, I don't care who wins. I don't have a horse in this race. I'm a Pens fan. I mean, personally, who the Pens have a better time in the second round? I feel like it could go either way. The Pens could beat the Senators, the Pens could beat the Bruins, and the Pens could lose to either of those teams too, depending on how banged up they get. So it doesn't really matter to me. But from the top of the zone, wing to the far side from Thompson, shot, gonna go wide. Out to the far side, along the boards, kept in for the Senators by Cody. Over to the near side, along the boards, cleared out by Dougie Hamilton for the Devils or the Sens to get it at center ice. Flipped into the offensive end, battling for possession. Top of the zone, shot, and saved by Nico Dawes. By watching this game, who's winning? I would say if Ottawa keeps up the type of play they had in period 2, then they're a shoo-in to win this game. If they go back to the way they played the first period, it's over. It's going to be a Devils victory, 4-3. Simple fact of the matter. I mean, Ottawa came out in period 2 like, oh my gosh, we actually want to win this game. You know what I mean? If they keep that up, they can win this game pretty solidly. Pretty easily, I would say. But they got to keep that mentality up. And with 17 minutes to go, time is starting to wane for the Devils a little bit, but not too concerned. Again, you only need 0.1 seconds left on the clock to get a goal. So here we go. Around the near side, Tkachuk along the boards. Up through the near side, and down out to the far side. Cleared up through center, chasing it down, and it's the Devils into the corner, far side. Artrum Zub able to take it away. And over to the near side, cleared out by the Senators. Up through center they go to the far side, clipped up into the center ice area again, back down low. Working with it now to the near side, along the boards, up through center, into the offensive end, a nice chance towards the near side corner, and kicked around. Now up in through the offensive end, over to the near side, Tkachuk with the puck, wing to the far side, and taken by the Devils. By the way, I'm going to make a YouTube post about this later tonight, but I'm going to need your guys' help. So the video, the 5-minute countdown video we do at the beginning of each stream, I am going to be making a new one for the NHL playoffs. So I need your guys' opinions of our best moments, best calls from the entire season involving any playoff team. So I need your guys' help on that post when I make it later tonight. Make sure you guys reply with the stream, the date, and a rough timestamp of your favorite moment, as the Senators are going to get hit with a tripping call. Moving it up now, here come the Devils into the offensive end, delayed penalty coming up. The arm is up, tied up, and it's going to be tagged up by Ottawa. But yeah, depending on the clips you guys send me, I'm going to use some or all of them, depending on how many there are and what they are. I'm going to use, a lot of them in that next video. In that next 5-minute countdown video. And I don't want it to just be me picking my favorite moments, because you guys are really what make this channel. You guys are the reason that we are honing in on 945 subscribers, more specifically 1,000. It's all you guys and Christ that we are doing this. But I can't ask Christ, what's your favorite moments from the stream? He might lead me, but, you guys are able to directly give me feedback. So make sure that you guys, when I make that post later tonight, keep an eye out for it. So I'm only going to be looking through that post. I'll be looking through some of the clips we have, but I'm also going to be looking at that post mainly, so you guys can tell me what you guys want to see in that new countdown video starting in the playoffs. But here we go. Far side draw in the offensive end for the Devils on the power play. And we'll see here. And if you guys are new around here, we are only 4 subs away from 945. So let's try and make a push to that tonight if we can. And 2 more likes gets us 15. Can we make that push too? as we're rolling out to the far side along the board. Sent down behind the net to the near side. Sent by Reimer to the top of the zone. Gets cleared out by Ottawa. That one clip where he does it. He scores, he scores, he scores, he scores. That's going to be the Penguins. That's probably going to be the Penguins shootout clip, if I'm being honest. So here we go. Cross, top of the zone. And working it around near side. Quick shot and quick glove by James Reimer. But yeah. So I'm definitely going to be using that stuff. Using those clips, though, for sure. Yo, what's good, Chris? How you doing, bro? How you doing? We are rolling our way into this third period real quick. Taking a look around the rest of the league. The other games that did go final real quick is... We had the Canadiens beating the Isles 4-1, the Bruins beating the Blue Jackets 3-2, and the Capitals shalopping the Penguins 3-0. Also at the end of the first, the Canucks up 2-1 over the Ducks. So I'm talking favorite stream moments from a chance, a shot for the Devils. Not gonna go. But John, I'm taking like clips from this time around on Jason's Realm for hockey, like hockey moments. Because it wouldn't make sense to have football stream clips in a hockey 5-minute countdown. So, you know, any of those kind of clips, any of hockey clips involving playoff teams. I want to make sure they are only involving playoff teams because it doesn't make sense to talk about the New York Rangers in a 5-minute countdown where we're talking playoffs. That is a good one, but unfortunately, with that being the Blues, they are outside of the playoffs, and this one's going to be tailored to the playoffs ideally. So yeah. But if the Blues were playing a playoff team and you have a clip from that, absolutely. But here we go. Waiting now. Face off on the near side. Top of the zone. Working it around now from the point. Quick shot. Not going to go. Into the corner far side. So for MLB, I'm probably going to take clips from the Pirates-Reds game. But then I'm going to make a couple of them throughout the season. You know what I mean? I'm going to make a couple of them. I'm going to continually make them throughout the season. You know, once I get enough of a backlog, I'm going to get, you know, a new one. That'll be like a standard one that'll go for like the rest of the season. But until we get a backlog, it's going to be ever changing. But down low along the board's far side, the Devils sending it around the net from the corner, back up the board to the circle, quick shot near side. Not able to go. Along the board's top of the zone, wing to wing from Tkachuk. Or not Tkachuk, Dougie Hamilton, my bad. And working it around the boards, near side, top of the zone, the Devils from Glass, across ice, shot, not gonna go, near side, Glass again with the puck, along the boards, down low, working it around near side, towards the top of the zone, quick shot, and still loose in front of the net, Reimer trying to get reset over to the far side again, the Devils trying to get that puck cleared out, or taken out for them to use it, but it gets cleared out by the Senators. With 2 seconds to go on that power play, that penalty is going to be effectively killed by Ottawa. Oh, man. Real quick, we got 42 votes in the poll in the chat as well. That's crazy. But here we go. Up through center into the offensive end for Ottawa is going to be for New Jersey. Spence gets it back, though. Over to the near side, along the boards, tied up into the corner. Out to the far side it goes. Towards the top of the zone, taken by the Devils, working it around now towards the near side from Halonen. Along the boards, down low, into the corner. Trying to free this thing up with under 13 to go. And it's going to be moved by Cotter. Sending it out to the far side. And wrapping it in front of the net, but the Senators will get it back. The Senators with their grubby little sticks on it. Up to the near side, through center, into the offensive end, out to the far side. And sending it now around. That's going to be Nemitz. Man, but if you guys are new around here, I know I've said it a few times tonight, but please drop a like, drop a sub. We are trying to hit 1K. It's a dream that I've had for 11 years of doing YouTube, man. And it's incredible to see it finally starting to get to like a reasonable number away. So it would be pretty awesome if you guys would help us out and say that you're part of the first 1K. Put up 43 votes, but as you know, yeah, I don't know why YouTube's doing that with you, Cheryl. I honestly don't. We got a whistle here. It's a goal. I didn't even realize the goal was scored. The Devils tying it up, but the ref's talking it over. I didn't even catch who scored that goal. I looked away for like a couple seconds, and all of a sudden, bada bing, bada boom. Was it Brown in the goal? Connor Brown again? Taking a look from the far side, and Brown gets checked out of the way. He's in the crease. It went off the crossbar. It's going to be no goal. It's going to be no goal. It went off the crossbar. Not goalie interference. It just went off the crossbar. Man. But here we go. 3-2 is your score. 12-12 to go here in regulation for these teams. And here we go. Ready to roll here. Face-off going to be over to the left of the goalie, Reimer. They're just waiting on the draw here. Okay, let me go ahead and get a little reload on the back end over here. As we are waiting on the draw here, it's actually to the right of Reimer. I thought it would be to the left, but it's actually to the right. And here we go, flipping, ready for the face-off. And here we go. It's going to be Connor Brown in the circle for the Devils. Can't get a read on who it is for the Senators, but it's won by the Devils anyway. Top of the zone. Working it around, far side, centering pass, near side, cleared out by Ottawa. Chasing it down, not going to be icing. Taken by Jonas Siegenthaler. Out to the far side, now through center, near side, Dougie Hamilton. Leaving it up for Hughes. Trying to drive his way to the net, loses the puck into the near corner. Out to the far side, Atram Zub with the puck. Tied up for it, and the Senators going to lose it. Shot by Siegenthaler, goes wide. Over to the near side, Hamilton. Top of the zone, that's Bratt. To the far side, top of the zone again. Back to Bratt, working with it from the line. Out to the far side, driving it in. With a shot, goes off the back of the net. Out to the far side, and it's going to be the Devils. Top of the zone, wing to wing, near side, over to Hamilton. Down low to the corner. Gets checked down as Bratt. With the puck now, top of the zone, working it around is going to be Hughes. Hughes driving down low, looking for net shot, not going to go, loose in front. Hughes to the far side, shot, he shoots and scores! And the celebration is a fight! Or is it no goal? Refs aren't signaling yet. The fans said it was a goal. The puck's outside of the net. Is this going to be no goal? It's no goal. The fans got excited on the fight. Everybody looked like it was a goal for a second. But no. It looks like it was just the fight. Wow. We'll see what penalties come out of that. Man. But yeah, we are kind of rolling our way here through the period. 45 votes on the poll. We're splitting heavily for Ottawa in this one. Who's the Senators' all-time leader in goals? I would think it would be Daniel Alfredson. That would make sense. Let me see here. Let me take a look. Oh, nope, that's not what I want. Senators all-time goal leaders. Let's see here. Alfredson for sure. Yeah, it's Daniel Alfredson. Yeah, at 426. The next closest is Spezza at 251. Then Alexei Yashin at 218. And then Kachuk at 213, followed by Marian Hossa at 188. So yeah. It is Daniel Alfredson by a wide margin. Wide margin. Okay, by the way, in the chat, we do have a group for the NHL Bracket Challenge on ESPN. So, if you want to improve your NHL knowledge, go ahead and join us up in the pinned comment. As we are ready to roll here around the rest of the NHL, we got, let me take a look real quick at my fantasy team first and foremost. Let me get a little reload on this. I was carrying like a 60-point lead going into today, and I'm still maintaining about a 60, almost a 64-point lead. That is awesome. I still have Mikhail Sergachev, who just started their game. All right. And around the rest of the league, every game has either started, in progress, or finished. And actually, 17:46 left in the second period, still having the Canucks up 2-1 over the Ducks. So try and take a look at that. And the puck was cleared across. Nice effort there by Dougie Hamilton to free that puck up from the goalie. And then a goal. That was a goal by Hughes. If they're going to say it stands. They're going to say no goal, though. they're gonna give him the freeze, I think. As the puck is won by the Senators in their own end. That's one that New Jersey might want back. But here we go. That puck is cleared out, chased down to the near side by the Devils. Off of the stick there of going to be, who was that? That was Villain. And the Senators dumping it back into the offensive end. Behind the net of Nico Dawes to the far side along the boards. Tied up for that puck around the circle on the far side boards. Amadio alongside Cousins and others. And it's going to be Amadio back to Cousins looking for some help. Sending it from the point. Shot! Not going to go. Nice blocker save there by Dawes. And out to the near side, the Devils. Flipping it up to center. Here comes a chance. Timo Meier. Shot denied. Loose puck to the near side. Taken back in the offensive end by the Devils. Mercer to the near side. Meier passing in front of the net. Loose in front. Taken back by the Senators. But the Devils get it back. Shot! Loose in front. Mercer around the net. Quick shot. Not going to go. And they're going to get the freeze. Actually going to be a penalty coming up here. We'll see how that penalty is going to be on. He's got the golden goal. He's good. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, man, we are only 4 subs away from this. Do we have 4 new people who want to hit that sub button to push us even closer to our 1,000 subscriber goal? We're trying to get it to 9:45 tonight. That would be kind of crazy, as we are trying to hit 1K by the end of the NFL draft. Also, we are only 2 likes away from 15, and we got 50 people up in here. Can we hit 15 likes? Maybe 20? Let's see what we can do. As we're taking a look here at the penalty, it's going to be Martin Palo going to the sin bin. And Gramps go invisible. That's my jersey. I just had to set it on the chair because I was sweating like a hog after coming out of that Penguin suit. So here we go. The Devils back on the power play. From the top of the zone, gets cleared out. A nice job there by the Senators. Working it around now out to the near side. Do you do NFL fantasy teams? I used to a long time, and then I didn't this last year, but I'm going to get back into it again this year. So we're going to have an actual Jason's Realm league this year, I think. I think we're going to do a free diner league. So here we go, near side with a chance. Shot! Not going to go from Hughes, and the puck is not out of play. Over to the near side, and a quick shot denied again. Pinto clearing the zone for Ottawa. Yeah, I was just thinking that. I'm thinking about doing a fantasy group next year. So, for sure. And definitely a fantasy hockey group next year as well. Like, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty awesome to be able to do that. So here we go to the near side corner, chasing it down. Puck going to be taken by Dennis Gilbert. Out to the far side, tied up underneath the body of Nico Heischer. And the puck is cleared out. Yo, Jay! You're freaking awesome, man. You're freaking awesome. As the Devils, we got an interference call. Amadio ended up taking the brunt force on that one. And going to the sin bin for New Jersey is going to be number 16. That one going to be Connor Brown. Never made an NHL hockey team on purpose, but I'm planning on making one next season. I mean, it's a lot of maintenance. Definitely if you're doing NHL fantasy, it is high maintenance. You got to check on it, pretty much daily, but it is definitely pretty cool. It's awesome to play. There we go. I did say we hit our 15 likes. Can we maybe shoot for 20? And we are only 2 subs away from 945. I think we could do it. Dare I say we might be able to even push 950 tonight, which would be absolutely insane. That would be just mind-blowing. Considering we started the day at 9:36, that would be just mind-blowing. As here we go, going to the sin bin. Actually, Jack Hughes in the sin bin. So it wasn't Connor Brown, it was actually Jack Hughes. So here we go. Let's flip it over to, there's going to be an Ottawa power play for about a minute 7 after that. And flipping it out now to the near side. Here come the Devils. Dougie Hamilton passing it back. Up through center into the offensive end. Taken back by Ottawa. Flipping it around wing to the far side. Up through center. How many rounds are there in an NHL draft? I actually don't know offhand. I've actually never watched the NHL draft before. We could look it up here in a second. For sure. So here we go out to the far side. It's going to be the Devils. Man, pretty garbage job by the refs in the last 10 minutes. It's been an interesting 10 minutes, to say the least. It's been an interesting third period. Out to the far side, the Devils getting into the top of the zone. Hamilton with it over to the near side. Let me see. How many rounds in NHL draft? NHL draft consists of seven rounds. So 224 picks, 7 rounds. Over to the near side, it's going to be the Senators. At least that's what I'm reading. That's what I read. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I just saw on a quick Google search. But Ottawa now entering the power play. With it up into the offensive end now, over to the near side, working with it out to the far is Dylan Cousins, looking for help, looking for Spence, gonna overshoot Spence, and the Devils clear the zone, a breakaway chance, here comes Dawson Mercer, he shoots, and he scores! Dawson Mercer ties the game for the Devils on a short-handed goal. That's a way to do it. Wow. That is a freaking way to do it. A short handy. Yeah, I saw 7. Bro. Why do you play this horn so many times, computer? Why do you love the Devils? My computer's a Satanist! Are you done? Okay. So here we go. Over to the near side of the offensive end. Ottawa still on the power play. But that is an incredible feat. 2 shorthanded goals given up by Ottawa tonight. As a nice save made by Nico Dawes. Ottawa 3, New Jersey 6. Oh my gosh. Oh my word. Well, we are rolling our way here pretty effectively, pretty nicely, pretty swelly. Kachuk playing? He is not. No Kachuk. As we are ready to roll here. Cody Glass up against Lars Eller in the faceoff. And Hughes going to be coming out in 5 seconds. So this is a big, dangerous area for Ottawa. Defensive end. Defensive end draw. Gonna be won by the Devil. Nope, by the Senators. Top of the zone, sending it back down. What the? Why? Back to full strength. Why are we getting a random Devils goal horn? Flipping it around the far side. I don't know why this keeps playing. With a chance up through center. Here come the Devils. Moving it in out the far side with a shot. Not gonna go. What's up, Dad? I could have sworn I programmed it right, but it just keeps on playing them.
So what's your...
Tomorrow, it's on the streaming schedule. I don't remember offhand. I think it's just 1 game. Might be 2. We can check. Let me check it real quick. But here we go. Out to the far side. Moving it out now. The Senators clearing the zone. Let me double check the streaming schedule. Tomorrow, we are doing... Which one do you want to see? Flyers? I might call it audible. I have Sharks Predators, but I might call it audible because the Sharks are kind of falling out of playoff scenarios.
Flyers, I mean...
Yeah, Flyers is winning clinch the 3. Yeah. So here we go to the far side. Battling for possession. Down low, Martin Paulo. Behind his own net. Looking for somewhere to go out to the far side. He'll send it up through center with a chance. Moving it into the offensive end. It looks like we got people wanting the Flyers game. A big check behind the boards. Moving it out now to the far side. Wing to the near. Flipping it up through center. Dad already left us. He doesn't like us anymore. He went to go get the milk. Out to the far side, the Devils from the top of the zone. Sending it down into the corner. Chasing it down along the boards. Tied up for that puck. You think you got a poltergeist in the studio? Yo, I am good on below 9 points. Oh, that's awesome, Hamlin. That is awesome. So here we go. The Devils with the puck out of their own end. Working with that puck. Up through center on a pass. Moving it in now is going to be Heir. Driving it in at the far side. Back in behind the net to Mercer. Pass in front. Puck goes loose to the point. Maintained now to the near side. Working with it. Shot by Meyer. Not going to go. Mercer at the far side. Trying to maintain possession. New Jersey looks very, very coordinated right now. Moving it around near side, Artrum Zoo flipping it up the boards and tied up for that puck. Yo, what's good, Jonah? How you doing, bro? Over to the near side, centering shot, not gonna go. A nice chance there for the Devils off of Kovacevic, but not gonna go. The Devils near side, Kovacevic into the offensive end, and it's gonna go back in behind the net. Atram Zub with it now out of his own end to the far side, clearing the zone. Here come the Senators, just over 4 minutes to go. Good, great show. Thank you, Jer Video's official account. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. So here we go to the near side. Dad's time to go get the milk was about 23 years ago. Oh my gosh. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, man, drop a like, drop a sub. We're only 2 subs away from 945, 7 away from 950. Can we mayhaps make the push to 950 tonight? I didn't think it was possible, but can we mayhaps make that push? Get us halfway between 900 and 1,000? We're trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the NFL draft. And that'll be absolutely freaking crazy. Because I've worked 11 years on YouTube across multiple channels, never thinking this would be possible. It was just crazy to see that it actually is. Oh man. I need to grab a drink, but my soda's all the way over there. I'm gonna have to get up at some point to get that. And they're in a commercial, so now's the time to do it after we check scores around the league. So apart from that, Calgary up 2-0 over Utah. 11:33 to go in the first, but there's a video review, so it might come off 1 goal. Canucks still up 2-1 over the Ducks with 13:24 left in the second. I'm going to go ahead and grab my drinks, and I actually need to mute myself real quick because I need to do one more thing when I grab my drink, so I will be right back. Don't leave your seat. I'll be about 2 seconds. All right, I am back. It's called Coke. I'm a Southern boy. I always say soda. It's always soda. It is always soda to me. No matter what you guys say, it's always soda. 3-3 overtime shootout. It could be. Could be. Lack New York saying you're from New York. Uh-oh, a little bit of fighting in the chat. Okay. And actually, it is actually Coke. It's Coke Zero. The best Coke. Yo, bro, we're only 4 subs away from 950. Do we actually hit it tonight? Do we actually frickin' do it tonight, man? Over to the near side. Let's see if we can. Soda's not weird. It called pop because it called pop, 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 pop. No. It's soda. It's a more classy name of the drink. Like, we go pop because it go pop, pop, pop. And there goes half the audience. Oh man. But seriously, that's why I call it soda, not pop. But here we go. Over to the near side. The Devils chance in front. Not able to convert. And taking it back out to the top of the zone, sending it in front of the net now, top of the zone from the point. Driving down is Heir, looking for some room. Pass shot denied. Nice save by Reimer. A beautiful save. As soon as you left the room, the horn sounded again. Did it really? Did it really? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Oh, I hate that feeling. Oh my gosh. Have you guys ever had soda go down rough? Where like on the way down, it like hits your stomach and it's just like a world of pain? I get that very seldomly, but when I do, oh my gosh. So here we go, working it out now to the far side. Into the defensive end is the Devils, just under 3 to go. And here they go, moving it out to the near side, up through center, taken back by Ottawa. To the near side, kicking it to the offensive end, chasing it down is Pinto. Back in behind the net, though, is going to be Dylan with the puck for the Devils. And moving it out into the offensive end, that's Bratt. Jesper Bratwurst gets taken down. The fans want a penalty, not going to get it. I don't think there was enough there, to be honest. And that puck gets cleared to the near side. Jesper Bratwurst along the far side, passing it up to the offensive end, looking for some help. Taken there off of the stick of Connor Brown to the near side. Nemitz up to the point. Cycling it around is Jack Hughes. With that puck going towards net, he gets tripped up. The fans wanting the penalty, not going to get it. And it's a 3-on-2 going the other way for Ottawa. That was a bit of a rough call. That one, I think, was a trip. There was enough there, I think, for that. But either way, here come the New Jersey Devils. Up through center, sending it into the far corner and doing a dump and change. Over to the near side, Connor Brown working with that puck tied up into the corner. And that puck's going to get moved out by the Ottawa Senators. Up through center with a chance into the offensive end, taken by Jonas Siegenthaler. Out to the far side, the Devils moving it up through center with a chance. Around to the near side, Dougie Hamilton, shot goes wide. Out to the far side along the boards. Back down low to the near, tied up. Here comes the Ottawa Senators. 1:20 to go here in regulation. Sending it around in front of the net, taken back by New Jersey. Over to the near side, tied up is Jonas Siegenthaler with Lars Eller. And the Devils coming away with it now in front of the net. Looking to find somewhere to move it is Dougie Hamilton. And it's going to be back into the defensive end they go. Who won the 2026 Cup? Nah, it's not Vegas, bro. It ain't going to be Vegas this year, bro. As the Devils trying to race into the corner near side, beating out any icing call. 53 seconds to go. And over to the top of the zone. Working it around in the corner, down low, tied up for that puck. My phone just buzzed. And moving it out the other way. Here come the Senators. They clear it up. Into the offensive end, Cousins, pass, over to the near side, shot, not gonna go. Nice defense there by the Devils, off of Nemitz. Moving it up now through center, the Devils back into their own end. Here comes the Senators, taking it back, a chance, a shot, denied by Dawes. Back in behind the net, chance in front, not gonna go, wide left. Overtime, who's gonna win? Well, we'll see. We'll see. I still have 15 seconds to go. Spence with a shot, kicked away, almost went in. The fans are loving it here in Newark, New Jersey, as the Senators with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We've got overtime, baby, here in Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. And you know what that means? We got to stand up. Flat out saying, what's your favorite team? My favorite team is the Penguins. I'm a Penguins fan, bro. Through and through. Playoffs, baby. Overtime, who's going to win? Honestly, it feels like New Jersey had the momentum, but the way that regulation period ended, I could see Ottawa coming out just like that and just running away with overtime quickly. I need to adjust the camera, though, real quick, because we got overtime. And on this channel, we don't sit for no overtime. We stand. But if I were to stand right now, I would have no head. I'd be the headless horseman. So we adjust the camera angle. There we go. That's good enough. Although no penguin suit. Penguin suit would take too long to blow up. Nope, that's still too low. Still just a hair too low. That'll be good. That'll be good. So here we go. Use overtime. Let's see. As you can see, he's a Pens fan. Like he has a flyer. Man. Uh-oh. What in the world's going on with my camera? Something's going wrong with my camera, and I don't know what it is. Hold on. Whoever just subscribed, who are you? Real quick. New York sports fan, you're freaking awesome. You're freaking awesome, but I gotta fix my camera. I have no clue what's going on with it. Oh, my word. There we go. Okay. I think it's fixed. Frozen, but it's fixed. Let me go ahead and go into the webcam. And we're gonna right-click you, properties, deactivate, activate. There we go. A passionate first time listening and subscribe. Well, I appreciate that, bro. And if you guys want to help us hit 950 subscribers tonight, we're only 2 subs away. Can we freaking do it tonight? I didn't think it was possible entering the day, but hey, you never know. We're rocking and rolling here, going into overtime. Man, We're also only 2 likes away from 20, so let's try to hit that down below the stream too. But working it around now is going to be Dougie Hamilton out of his own end with the puck in overtime here. Moving it up through center near side. Hamilton looking for some room, looking for some help. Passing back, Dawson Mercer around the near side again to Hamilton. Hamilton passing down near side boards again. Cycling it around back into the neutral zone goes Heir. And moving that puck out around now to the offensive end. Heir driving in, shot denied. Let's see, we got a lot of people saying Ottawa, a lot of people saying New Jersey. We got a lot of people back and forth in the chat here. So we'll see who ends up getting the win. But here we go. Nice chance there by New Jersey early in this overtime period. But a nice glove by Reimer. Man. But yeah, we are only 2 subs away, bro. That'd be pretty freaking awesome if we hit 950 tonight and sets us up wonderfully to try and hit the big old 1,000 subscribers by the end of the NFL draft. May have by the end of next week. Who knows? So here we go. Out of their own end, top of the zone, Zoo. Moving it out and up through center ice to the far side after a pass. Driving in with speed towards the net. Kicked away by Dawes. And taken back now, that's Jesper Bratwurst. Man, shootout, mayhaps. Mayhaps Khalil, yes sir. We bring the energy. We don't cover hockey half-assed. We do it all the way, bro. As the Devils working the offensive end around to the near side, clearing it out of the zone. We got Dales with it. Go New Jersey. Flat hat with a Sens gonna win. We got a whistle here. If shootout, then Ottawa gonna win. Well, we'll see. Ottawa put up a good fight with the Penguins on a shootout, but I've not seen the Devils in a shootout this year. So we'll see. We'll see. We got LAC New York saying that Hughes gonna get one with New Jersey getting the win. Well, we'll see. We will frickin' see, man. Far side draw to the left of Reimer with a draw coming up. And ready to roll. Waiting on the draw here. And let's see. Lars Eller getting the boot, so Batherson going to take the draw. And we'll see. It's going to be up against Glass, who loses the draw. The Senators get it back in behind the net. Working it around to the near side, trying to generate some room. Batherson with the puck. Looking for some help through center with speed. Passing back over to the near side with a chance. Pinto. Not able to do much. Trying to find some help. Take it away. Uh-oh. Danger. Jesper Bratt with the puck into the offensive end. Looking for some help. Not going to rush this chance. Working around from the point. Jack Hughes. Passing to the near side corner again, Hamilton. Back to Hughes. Hughes to the outside. Working with it now around. Cycling in is going to be Jesper Bratwurst. Back to Hughes. Sending it towards the net. Kicked away. Over to the near side boards they go. Along the boards now into the neutral zone. Taken back. But we got a penalty. Hughes going to the box. Ottawa with a power play. This is big. This is the best kind of power play to have. If you're going to have a power play in the NHL, you want the 4-on-3 kind. And Ottawa's getting the 4-on-3. Wow. Wow. Man, Ottawa clinch a wild card spot. I like New Jersey in. So we'll see. We'll see, Jamelis. Man, I got $20 on the Sens, man. Let's know the shootout this time. Well, we'll see. We'll see. If you guys are excited to see the end of this game, man. If you guys are excited to find out who wins, let me know. Drop a like, drop a sub to the channel. 2 likes away from 20, 2 subs away from 950. Can we hit them both tonight? Let's try. Let's see if we can. All right. Let's see. A lot of people are a little bit distraught over the penalty there because that's going to kill the Devils. Can they kill the power play? We'll see. Number will end the stream. Oh my gosh. I don't know we're going to go that far, but... So here we go. The Devils. Wait a minute. The Devils are on the power play. What? I thought they sent Hughes to the box. Wow. The Devils have the power play. Oh my gosh. The way he pointed, I thought he pointed to the Devils. But no, Hughes. Moving it up through center to the near side. This is big for New Jersey. Oh my gosh. Amen, RFK. Amen. Dougie Hamilton, top of the zone, working with it towards the net. I was slashing. I didn't even realize that. I saw the ref point. I thought he pointed to Hughes. But a shot, not going to go. What a glove by Reimer. I saw the ref. He immediately pointed right towards Hughes, so I thought Hughes was going to the sin bin. I was kind of caught off guard by that. Yo, OPB, OT viewership rush, yes sir. Okay, Ottawa needs 2 points. They would kind of need 2 points in order to keep up in the race. But we'll see here. Ready to rumble. 4-on-3. We're only 2 subs away. Can we hit 950 subs before this game ends? Let's see if we can do it. As we got a face-off shot, denied, loose in front, over to the near side again. Ottawa clears the zone. And gonna give chase is the New Jersey Devils. With that puck is Dougie Hamilton. So the reason I got that wrong was he pointed towards Hughes. He pointed towards Hughes to the box, but a chance for Hamilton not gonna go. And I didn't really pay attention to when they called the penalty because I'm like, oh, it's Hughes to the box. But no, I was wrong. And I'll own that. I'll own up to that one. But here we go. Ottawa winning last time? Well, we'll see. Working it around. 50 seconds to go on the power play. Dougie Hamilton from the point. Passing to Hughes. Driving the net near side. Looking for somewhere to go to the point. Hamilton with a chance. Shot. Not going to go. And the puck goes out of play. Yo, let's freaking go. You guys are freaking amazing. We hit 950 subscribers, man. That is just bonkers. That is bonkers. Let's see if we can make some, I don't expect us to hit 955, but let's see if we can make some progress towards that 955. The more subs we gain today, the less we need to gain tomorrow for hitting 1,000. That's the way I think about it. Yes, sir. Go, Sens, go. We got Lorix Gaming. Yes, sir. ESPN says Ottawa clinch a wildcard spot. They did. They did. So, any other score? 955. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, Ottawa did clinch a playoff spot. They clinched they're going to be a wildcard team, but they're trying to get the first wildcard spot instead of the second wildcard spot. You got a lot of let's go New Jersey, let's go 950. Yes, sir. Flat hat, right over here. No, where is he at? Right over here, right above the power play. This guy knows what's up. You guys are freaking awesome, man. You guys are freaking amazing. I have my rent on the New Jersey Devils. Oh my gosh. Much better game than the crap the Islanders pulled. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we'll see if the Devils pull it off here, but it's going to be Batherson in the box. Can you shout out my boy Khalil? He's been a huge Devils fan, but I'm rooting for the Sens. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to you, Khalil, bro. You're freaking awesome. So here we go. Pinto going to take the draw here up against Heir. Offensive zone for the Devils to the right of the goalie Reimer. Waiting on the draw here, ready to roll. Got a lot of Sens fans here, a lot of Senators fans, and a lot of Devils fans. Won by the Devils. Top of the zone, Hamilton. Wing to the far side. And here we go. I bet students on 5-3. Oh my gosh. The Devils win! I looked down at chat and the Devils won! In overtime goal! Who got it? Hughes on the ice, Hamilton on the ice, but it looks like it might have been Jesper Bratwurst on the goal to send the Ottawa Senators packing and force a must-win with some help on Tuesday to get the higher playoff seed. Wow! That's a way to frickin' do it. Computer is happy. Yes, sir. Man, if you guys are excited about that Devils win, man, drop a sub. We're going to be covering playoff hockey I guess, not summer long, but all playoff long. We'll be covering some hockey. We'll be live from a game. We'll be live from the draft. We're going to be covering playoff hockey as well. It's freaking amazing. You guys better be there or be square. It's your call. Man, we'll get the goal horn when the game officially updates here. Reimer's talking it over with the ref, but it ain't going to have an impact. There's your goal horn. Oh, man. Let's see here. Good night, John. Yes, sir. So it is going to be over. Looking back at that goal, I want to take a look at this because I missed it in real time. It was the shot denied and punched in by Heir. I think Reimer was trying to get a call for goalie interference, but that ain't going to fly, buddy. They're trying to say goalie interference. There might have been a case on it, but nobody knows what goalie interference is anymore in the NHL. So good luck with that argument. We hit a minor goal. Yes, sir. We also hit a major goal. Yo, Gopher! Gopher, you're freaking amazing, bro. You are freaking amazing. If you guys are enjoying the stream, man, great job getting to it. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Man, but if you guys are enjoying the stream, if you guys enjoyed the coverage, man, drop me a huge like below the stream and subscribe to the channel. We're live for this stuff multiple nights a week, bro. Multiple nights a week. No interference. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, go for death goal. Yes, sir. What be more thrilling, overtime in a Super Bowl or overtime in a Stanley Cup final? I gotta say overtime in Stanley Cup final. Man, great job. Good night. Yes, sir. You too. Only one New Jersey horn this time, too. Kind of weird. But yeah, with that being said, though, I do think I'm going to wrap up this stream relatively quickly. You're 100% nobody. I think, yeah, knows what goalie interference is. Absolutely. I mean, how many times have we seen, oh, that's goalie interference? No, how'd you think that? You see, the goalie fell on his own power. Like, what? It's crazy. Man. But yeah, we're probably going to wrap it up pretty quick so I can go ahead and get some other stuff done. I'm working on a Penguins video, by the way, and I have a few shorts from today's streams I need to work on. So, got a few things coming out for that. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. And we hope to see you guys next time. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow. Let me take a look here. I might make it audible. The streaming schedule says 8 o'clock. I might make the audible and make it 7. Just because the Sharks are kind of finding themselves a way to get out of the playoff race. And the Flyers can clinch the last playoff spot in the East tomorrow with a simple win. So we might cover the Flyers game. That might lure Dad down here as well. So, we'll probably be live for that one around 7 instead of Sharks Preds, which it says on your guys' streaming schedules. But yeah, thank you for an amazing broadcast. Absolutely. Thank you, Cheryl. And I want to say thank you to every single one of you for showing up tonight, man. You guys are the ones that make this possible. I know I keep talking about, oh, we're close to 1,000, we're on the road to 1,000, but it's you guys. It's you guys that are carrying this channel as far as it is, man. I love doing this. I'd be here even if there was nobody here. But you guys are the ones that make this really, really all better. So honestly, my heart goes out to every single one of you. Glory be back to Christ, man. He's the one that gives me the power to do this. And with that, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out and have a good one, everybody. Good night, Cheryl. Good night, Jonah.